Good evening, everyone. Hey, yes, it's time for another late night with Dadman and Friends. Yes, we've gone off the chain this week, going crazy, trying to roll out some high-browed, high-class late night entertainment. Yes, you guys on the West Coast, it's considered late night because we in the East Coast dominate everything. I know it's only about 8:30 over there, but hey, it's late over here, so it's late night. Hey, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. We're going to see where this train wreck goes and have some fun together and just multitask and laugh along the way. We got another guest or two that are planning on coming in. We'll just work up to that. I'm over on Twitch, turning off the emote only, and we are good. So, all right. All the tweets have gone out, all of the notifications to different groups. So let's see if we can replicate last Friday night's madness. Probably not as many people on the panel, but let's see if we can run this car off the cliff like Thelma and Louise. So, but with that, speaking of my Louise to my Thelma, or Thelma to my Louise, it's the great Mrs. Dadman Walking. Hey.
Hello.
How are you tonight?
Oh, I've been better. I've messed this thing up, so I'm going to start it all over.
Which one is that?
Just part of it, just part of the cat.
Oh, the cat from what?
It's the one I was started last night. It's the tea house.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can get the picture of it without there being glare. But anyway, that's kind of what it looks like. There. Anyway,
Hey,
that's what I'm working on.
Hey,
I'm working on the cat head right now.
This just in. I'm going to throw those leftover old pretzels out. I tried to cook one. I don't know if it's trying to burn in the toaster, but it does not taste good. So we got 6 people with us already. B from O. Oh, hey, let me bring in our other guy that's here tonight. Sorry, nearly jumped the gun. But you need that calm, fearless captain that's cool under pressure. It's the great JT Kirk. JT, how are you tonight?
Hail, good evening.
Hello,
good evening.
hello.
I'm loving the Lego building, or maybe it's not Lego brand, but I am loving the plastic brick building.
Yes, the interlocking blocks are no, I don't know what. Yes, but you are correct. They are not Legos. This is actually a set I got off of Amazon, and I'm really liking it. I did a really small. I don't know if you saw the really small.
Oh yeah, the bison.
Bison, yes, that one.
Yeah, that was cool. Maybe it's too early to go into this direction, Dadman, but
what's that?
Being a Star Trek personage, I guess you could say, I always liked building Legos with Legos as a kid, but they never had X-Wings or any Star Wars stuff, and they never had any Star Trek. And Lego does not license Star Trek. They do license Star Wars, of course, but there is a company out of Germany that has the license for Star Trek interlocking plastic bricks, I guess. And they have some very cool models. Of course, the ones you really want are pricier than heck.
$500.
Thereabouts. Yeah, it's like Millennium Falcon territory.
I was looking at one and it was like $479. I'm like, I would not know. This set right here cost me $20. That's why I kind of like the off-brand. To me, I think they're extremely creative, but they're not so expensive.
Right.
Yep.
Let me.
Oh, go ahead. Y'all go ahead real quick because I want to get to the chat in just a second. But y'all go ahead and finish your thought.
I was just going to say I recently got a Lego Technic of a Corvette, which wasn't something that they really had when I was a kid either. And I bought the lighting kit for it. So it lights up when you plug it into a USB source, and it's lot of fun. Yeah.
That is cool.
And the pistons and the engine go up and down like coordinated. So that's really cool too. Anyway, we could go on with building for forever. I feel
this is what I'm doing now is when you are not, you miss an entire step of the directions, and you have to go back 5 steps.
Yeah, that's always a bummer.
Yes.
Wow. Well, let's see here. Let us do this. I am going to start with this thing, okay? We got 9 people in the chat already. Let me greet the chat real quick, and then I'm going to roll out this thing Jess is here. Hey, Jess. I know you got the link earlier, but hey, thank you for putting the Twitter out there. Feel free among all the dog sitting. You've been invited. Buddy Hepburn. Hey, buddy. Good to see you tonight. There's this guy, JT Kirk, that's here. Um,
Some guy named Kirk.
JT Kirk. B from O's here. Hey, B from O. Good to see you. Hey.
Hello.
Exactly. And Mr. Angel is here. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Mr. Angel built a 1.5 meter Battlestar Galactica model of Legos as a kid. Yeah, I had a lot of it. Wow.
I saw one when we were going to I think it was the Black Friday sale the day after Thanksgiving. We went to Lego. We have a store here, and people were bought this Eiffel Tower, and they were coming out with humongous boxes. I think the thing was, I don't know, 4 foot, 5 foot tall or something. It was huge. It just was crazy.
All right. You talking about crazy? You're talking about crazy. Crazy has just arrived and entered the door.
Oh,
it's a great hungry boy.
Hey, Crazy! Yay!
That is now my new favorite nickname. Thank you very much.
Hungry, how are you tonight?
I'm knackered. I'm exhausted, but I have to say, everyone in my town that I encountered today were lovely, wonderful, helpful people, even though we all had to go out and, stand in line and stuff like that. But, sometimes you're just around people in your own town. And when every person you meet is really nice, it means the physical pain means nothing,
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So I'm just, I'm just overjoyed with this place and the people I encountered. And I had to get 2 very long taxi rides. The drivers were magnificent, had great, gentle conversations with them. And the people at the polling booth, they incredibly helpful. And no one actually pestered me when I was going in, because here in Australia, like if you'll have different groups that want you to vote a certain way, and they've all got leaflets, and sometimes they will shove them in your face, and nobody did that today. It was
wonderful.
Very nice.
Yeah, wonderful.
That is
That's
beautiful.
Nice.
Is November election season for you like it is in the U.S.?
Oh no, this was a referendum. We've already, but when we have our federal votes, yeah, it's really hectic, and people take it very seriously here, very seriously here. And today was just a referendum on a possible change to our Constitution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So folks,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Hungry.
No, I want to hear what you were saying.
I was going to say, and folks, this is the type of politics we talk about, and this is about where it will stay, because it's cool hearing about your process over there, because that's about to chime in with us that there's like a certain distance you have to stay away from the entrance of a polling place. And they put the signs like to the 1/4 inch on the line. That's how close they push the line to get there.
Yeah.
Like you get 500 signs right in front of one polling place.
Wow.
Yay, good for you, Fresno, holding on, buddy. Good to hear you, though, Hungry.
It's great to hear your voices, too. And that includes you, JT. That includes you.
Thank you. And likewise.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Angel, you got to tell me when you get back, because I was going to announce something that had gone out on Tweety Bird earlier, but I want to make sure Mr. Angel's back to make sure he's seen it, because, folks, if you've not checked Twitter, this is going to be a little bit of news for you, because I'm going to...
yeah, I saw that.
Oh, and by the way, hello. It's always wonderful to see you, Mr. A. You brighten my day every time you show up, and that just means a lot, too.
Exactly. And Wade, hey, Wade. All right. This went on Twitter earlier, so here it goes. And this is a top secret thing from Dadman Walking 55 Productions. Only the missus and I know what these bubbles are, who's behind these bubbles. But hey, look here, special stream announcement. We are doing that on Friday, October 27th.
Okay.
We are doing a special stream announcement. We have a certain let me read from the tweet again so I can pitch this right and very carefully because I want to be very precise in how I say this
Hmm.
because my crew and I worked on the wording for this tonight, and I want to make sure that we are really good. But you guys, I want to make sure that y'all in here, if you've not seen Twitter or don't have Twitter, you've heard it about a special stream announcement. Join me in a secret panel 2 weeks from tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern to announce our coverage of a classic sci-fi series.
Nice.
So for all you guys out there that keep thinking that we're Fortnite and football, we are really not. We are going to really branch out into new areas. Put the word out to your friends, neighbors, dogs, your sci-fi geeks, nerds, and everybody else about what we're going to do, and be here in 2 weeks for that announcement, um, and see where we go. We
Okay, I
do
have a
have the
question.
we do
I,
yes, sir.
I have a question, and it's artistic. I'm not. I like it. I just want to. I want to know your process. Why you put sci-fi in quotes?
Emphasis.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
I wanted to make sure to draw people too, because if they don't, they keep thinking of football or Fortnite or
Mm.
laugh streams or squirrels. It's like, yeah, we wanted to emphasize it. So,
Hey, look!
and we're
Look! You
starting.
and the missus. You guys get brainy with the best of us. You know. No, seriously. We've
Well, I
had
would
we've
say
had some
this was
deep
not the. I
moments.
will say this was not the missus.
Oh.
I was not involved in this part of it.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's some
I'm
very
proud of
unnamed,
them.
some very well unnamed folks at the moment that were part of this process to come out with this, and also. Don't forget Tuesday night, and I'll bring that stream up. We're starting a sci-fi process with Tuesday night with the Battlestar Galactica at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
So we are definitely looking forward to that with the great JT Kirk, Lisa
Mm.
from YouTube, and Hungry Boy. So
I have a question about that, but I'm going to put it in the private chat so we don't do spoilers. Okay.
okay, go ahead. Yeah, and like JT says, thanks for joining us. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Double checked if you're still sub and your notifications. And like I said, enjoy the ride. We don't run over squirrels. We are the squirrels. So hey,
Yeah.
That is
yeah,
very true.
we're 479 subscribers yet. Bring your friends and everybody in. Let's get up to 200 or 500, whatever number it is, whatever 100. Let's get there as soon as we can and have some more fun with that. So, um,
Is this like
let's
the
see.
artwork where if you squint at it and look at it real weird, then the image of who's behind the question marks pops up?
Sure, sure.
You can see the images. But hey, folks, so join us for that. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens with this. Looking forward to some excitements. Uh, y'all just have to keep guessing. Jason of Star Command. There you go. Y'all
That
can
is a
guess.
great show. Jason, I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
I know it was made specifically for kids, but that had Sid Haig in it, and Sid Haig is a wonderful character actor. God rest his soul. And I used to watch it for Sid Haig as a kid. And great costumes, great set design. Yeah, Jason of Star Command has more than meets the eye. So,
Mm-hmm.
mm.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I just put the answer back in the private chats. But yeah,
Mm.
I mean, so like I said, hey, join us for this announcement in 2 weeks. Yes, we're being coy. Build up the drama for it, um, and have some fun with it. And I think you'll like it. I hope that y'all have fun with it. And like there, we already got somebody on their own trying to guess what it could be. I mean, you may be right, you may be wrong. We can't tell you. We're not going to tell you.
It just may be the lunatic you're looking for.
He
Anyway.
had to go Billy Joel on us.
Yeah.
There you go. Absolutely. By the way, I sang a Billy Joel song last week on karaoke. So hey.
Oh, really?
That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, Piano Man. Oh, hey. So that'll be fun tomorrow night with Canuck again at a newer time, 8 o'clock. Yes, exactly. But hey, listen. And like I said, don't forget Tuesday night, Battlestar Galactica, 9 p.m. Eastern. So it's going to be a blast and be a lot of fun. All right. So with that being said today, Mrs., update us on the progress that you've made here and what you're doing.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me put this side on. Okay. I've not I've started at the I was at the beginning, and I got to a certain point and I couldn't find the pieces. So I was going to kind of just fudge and use pieces, but then I was afraid I would mess it up. So I am part of it. I'll show you it, but at the steps, I am at step 30, 41 on this side. And what I have is I have this part built. Oh shoot! Oh no! I just broke part of it. Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Put it back in. Now it's because it's not, I don't have the secure on top yet. But this is what I let me get something so you can. This is it. It opens up. It's a little tea shop, and there's a stove and a little tables
Oh, I'm liking
and
that. Ooh.
and the doors
Oh,
and
Mr. Angel. Oh, you naughty
so
boy.
so we have this part done, and I got started a little bit more of it here, some pieces here, but I'm missing a two block, and so I want to substitute one, but I don't want to do one that's, I'm going to really screw something up later. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to go and start working on the cat head, which is the top part of um, the shop. So if you look at here, if you kind of look at the finished picture, whoops, I'm working on that part right now.
I'm
And
very
I
impressed
kinda
with
stopped
you
doing
doing this,
that.
and it was such an honor to be with you when you were doing it really was, because just
That
because I can
bison
paint
was
doesn't mean
hard.
I can't I cannot do this kind of stuff. I mean, all those jokes from our generation about the kids who could not put together a model kit and it looked like just broken kindling with a bunch of dried glue on it. That was
Uh-huh.
me.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's me too. I can do these bricks hungry, but as an adult, I've tried to buy different models to try to teach myself patience and discipline. And it's
Mm,
only made things worse because I have large hands, so thick
mm,
fingers. And
mm.
that makes the intricate things. I rage
that's why we use
quit.
these.
Yeah, oh,
I
I have all kinds of those, and it still can be a challenge
Oh,
for me
yes.
yes.
to do that. I've rage thrown a Camaro model in the garbage because I snapped both the
Oh,
side mirrors. I thought, the
oh,
passenger side, whatever.
oh,
Some cars didn't even have the passenger side mirrors for a long time, right? And then I
Oh
did the,
yeah.
the driver's side one snap too, and oh
that
man,
was it. That was it. You were
yeah,
done, right?
yeah.
Yep. Hello, Jedi Master Raving. Is this the TARDIS? Nope.
No,
But
I'm not doing the TARDIS yet.
Oh, buddy. Oh, nice one, buddy.
Not
Nice
yet.
one.
in the sanctuary, and hey, classic is classic, and sci-fi is sci-fi. Yes. All right.
But oh, here's the
Mr.
cat.
Angel
Here's the
said it.
face of the cat.
It
Can you see the
looks
face?
oddly like an
Isn't
existing
that
structure in this
precious?
town. He said,
Ooh.
Mr. Angel's saying it looks oddly like an existing structure in this town, a former control tower of a 1925 airfield.
Mm.
Interesting.
Oh, I like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, oh my goodness. John, I'm going to turn around for a beverage.
Good.
Coke Zero or Sprite. I think I'll go with caffeine tonight. So I'll get the Coke Zero. But anyway, how are you? We're coming up. I guess it's a Saturday over there for you, right? Hungry?
Oh, yes. Saturday afternoon. We're nearly at 3 p.m.
Oh, really? Well, it's 11:55 here on the East Coast, and we are getting ready to stay up all night again. I think.
I'm here for you. I'm here
No,
for you.
we're
I
gonna
did
go
I did my
see a
civic
movie
duty.
tomorrow. We are gonna go see a movie tomorrow.
Oh, good. Oh,
You
good.
We're
sound
taking
really
my
well.
mom and we're going to go see a movie.
You sound really well rested tonight, Hungry.
Well, I'm not, but it's just I don't mean to sound mushy, and I'm sorry for being a hippie. But the thing is that when you have an unexpected good turn of events and it comes from people, it rejuvenates me because let's face it, people having everyone you meet in a 5-hour period be decent to you. That's kind of rare in today's world, and
Yes,
it just
it is.
Heck,
oh.
having that happen on Twitter and stuff is amazing. I know that
Look,
feeling though, dude. I tell you, when my friends are all available and things happen, I'm like, I'm jacked up. I can go. I'm really like Dak and Empire Strikes Back. I can take on the whole world, whole empire. Um,
mm.
but yeah, I definitely have you. I definitely get you there. So,
So I
um,
wouldn't say I'm more rested, but I would say I'm a lot more relaxed.
well, good. Well, good.
And I'm
Well,
here with great people, and not only us, but as always, and I you know me, I'm incapable of sucking up. You've heard me in private chat before, you and the missus. The people we have in the stream, the chat stream, I mean, Mr. A and Buddy and JT, who is often
Yeah.
on the stream and in the chat. I mean, everybody who is part of the Dad Clan community are really lovely people. Really lovely people.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
true.
thank you.
That is
Thank
so
you.
true.
And we're having fun with this. You guys make it a blast, and of course, several other people have links tonight. I think some are tied up for a moment, may come in late, and others. So we'll see what happens. We'll see who all joins us, and for now, we got the four of us, and we're watching Mrs. put together this kit. But Mrs., listen,
Yes.
this is going to be a subject of debate. What movie are we going to watch tomorrow? Well, before you
Hocus
do, let me hit
Pocus.
Mr.
Oh, I've
Angel real
already
quick.
told you.
Best moment of the day, sunrise. If we can see it through the clouds and heavy rains. Oh, Jedi Master Raven says, time travel. How is tomorrow treat you? Yesterday's good tonight in Texas. All right. I swear everybody's in Texas.
That's funny because technically I am in the future for you guys. So
Yes,
Yes,
you are.
exactly. So, Mrs., we're going to see Hocus Pocus tomorrow, correct?
Yes, we
The
are.
original?
The 30th anniversary. Yes, they're re-showing it in the theater.
Mm.
And I don't think I don't remember seeing it in the theater. So I am
Neither did
really
I.
looking forward to seeing it with movie popcorn.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys know I'm a bit of a musicals fan, and I like the ladies who can sing, and so I will admit, and everybody can mock me, but I do really kind of love Bette Midler. So,
Wow.
We have a Bette Midler story.
oh,
Um,
Oh,
when
yeah.
on
Yeah.
our honeymoon,
Second
was it our
anniversary.
honeymoon or second
Second
anniversary?
anniversary. Yes, exactly.
We went down to Orlando, and we were gonna just do some do some park stuff that we do. Well, Dadman got sick.
oh,
Well, actually, what it was is what happens is when he gets extremely, extremely tired,
Hmm.
he runs a fever.
oh,
And so we got down there, and we were, um, we went to, and he just was running a fever, and he wasn't feeling good at all. And so we just stayed in the hotel room. Well, the thing
We
that
did go to
was
Cracker Barrel, and you
yeah,
ate, and I sat there and watched you.
basically. Well, we went and I turned on. We had cable, and we didn't have cable at home. I don't think. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. But Bette Midler HBO special was on. So I was so while he was trapped in a feverish delirium, I was watching Bette Midler and enjoying the living snot out of it. I so enjoyed it so much. So,
And I remember,
and he's like,
I
I
re-
don't like Bette Midler.
I remember sweating, looking up, looking at him like, "What's that crap?" That
No!
crap. And I laid
Oh,
down and went
no.
back to sleep. I remember seeing her visually, but I'm like, eh.
It
So,
was just so funny.
I mean, Bette has
It's great.
got
Yeah.
even if you don't like her singing or her personality, she's got such great comedic timing. I
Yeah.
mean, she's a natural at it. Just
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I mean, just like there are some people who had actually great in terms of horror films, right? They had great timing, but then they could switch to comedy, and they were fantastic at that too. I mean, Trilogy of Terror. Karen Black is actually when she's allowed to be was, God rest her soul. The thing is, she had great comedic timing, perfect timing, and the camera loved her. Oh
Mhm.
boy. And I just when people can be really funny and an all-around performer, I mean, I do like it. It's not just the ladies. I'll admit another thing, and mock me as you will. I s- I still love Dick Van Dyke stuff.
I love Dick Van Dyke. Yeah, he is a
Oh
genius.
my gosh.
Mm.
Yeah, I
You're
just think
just laughing at us, aren't you, Dad?
No,
Man, you're
no,
laughing.
no, no, no. There was a talk show host that came up with a
A talk
well,
show ho.
uh,
yeah, it was
You
like
said
I
talk
heard
show
that,
ho.
and I was going to
I
leave it alone.
that was a faux pas there, but
I
yeah,
think that was a slip. Not oh shoot.
yes. What?
Nothing, something just went flying.
Well,
But I
this
saw where it
famous talk
landed.
show host one day came up with a politically correct name for him, and so I put that in private chat, but
Uh,
I can't say that out loud because
Uh-oh.
you never know. But
What? What? No, that is unacceptable, and that is very disrespectful to the man from Chitty Chitty
it
Bang Bang.
was
yeah.
a bit of humor, but hey, it's but I tell you, it's just oh gosh,
Oh, I
the
don't like
problem,
that one at all.
the,
No.
the problem I have, the biggest problem I have with the Bette Midler is I think she reminds me of Joy Behar too much and too close. It's just
Oh,
like
But
I
that,
get it.
just
that was
yeah,
before Jay. Oh
the
gosh.
physical,
Sorry. You guys got to see a whole new side
the
of me.
chin.
Oops.
I get you. No, I mean, there is no joy in joy. I get you completely.
There,
100%.
sorry.
And that's as political as I'll get, folks. I just
Yeah.
like because it's just like a thing. But hey, listen, oh hey, Jedi Master Raven's cousin was at Anaheim a few weeks back. Saw Dick Van Dyke at Disneyland. Oh wow, that's cool.
Something is not right on here.
And there goes the timeline.
So-
Well, you messed up his timeline. So he's
Yeah.
trying to sell for a lot of sports scores too. Hungry if you're in the future. So
Well, you guys aren't allowed to bet on rugby much, so I don't know how much help I could be. But
well, back to the movie thing is you guys have told me about Hocus Pocus. It's kind of like Princess Bride to me because everybody gave me
Oh.
heck for Princess Bride. So I am going instead of watching Equalizer 3, I'm going with the missus and her mom to watch Hocus Pocus. Now, Buddy says Hocus Pocus is fun. Mrs., what do you remember? Or
I enjoyed Hocus Pocus when I saw it, so I'm looking forward to seeing it again in the theater because I don't remember seeing it in the theater.
right, and because let me see when it was released because I am
It's
curious
30
about.
years ago.
Okay,
It's the
thank you for
30th
making this.
anniversary.
So that would have been 93. I would have been just out of college, just in my wild bucking days, and all testosterone, and like I'm not watching that girl stuff. So
Ha!
so what would you say to a guy like me now, 30 years later? Like what is the case for Hocus Pocus other than getting popcorn and cuddling up to Mrs. Dadman
It's
walking
a
next to
fun
me?
movie. Just a fun movie, and if you can't have fun, then something's wrong with you.
Okay, all right.
I'll let JT go.
That was one of the scariest movies when I was a kid because, especially when the witches get in the furnace and, things happen and they come back anyway. That's when I, ran out of the room. Like, this is too much. So
It's interesting that you say that because I never considered it a children's film when I saw it because I'm older than you. So I saw it like when I was in my 20s. And I was sitting there and I saw it at home on cable. I didn't see it in the theater. And I thought, I am really glad there was not a toddler in the room when that scene came up. And no, seriously, because I mean, some people, as much as I love horror films and really, really over the top sci-fi films, this is going to sound very traditionalist, but I think there should really be an age range for who sees what, at what age. And like, you don't bring a 4-year-old to The Exorcist.
You don't? Right? You don't? What was that movie we saw with they brought a damn baby into it? It was I Am Legend's the one where the lady couldn't stop laughing, but there was one that was like horror or scary movies, or there was a loud, crazy movie, and they brought a kid and a baby carrier and like a 2-year-old around, and I was like, "What the heck's wrong with you people?"
That person needs a psychological assessment. But by the way,
I know if you need a night out, but still, there's some movies you just don't take little kids to.
I don't care if they say, well, they're a baby, they're not gonna. I don't care.
No, that's not right. That's not right.
I disagree.
It has been neurologically and psychologically proven that certain images and sounds, etc., can imprint on children as young as 7 months old. And I mean, I have memory. I confused my family by actually bringing up stuff from when I was 1.5 years old and being accurate with it. You're laughing, JT. You're laughing, but I mean, the thing is, I do remember that stuff, and there was one memory from when I was, no kidding, 11 months old, and I described, because I'm an artist, I described the face of someone leaning over me in the crib and being very gentle and speaking to me in a whispery voice and remembering the actual words and stroking my head. And my Nana said, "How can you possibly remember that?" Because that is my brother, who you only met once, and you only met him that day at the crib.
Oh wow!
Right.
But I remembered it, and maybe it was the tone of voice, maybe it was the empathy, maybe it was just, someone who was so concerned for a little baby that they took the time out of being a veteran with some very severe PTSD, I might add, and just doing the right thing. A gentle moment. It can mean the world to your development, having those gentle moments when you are too young to even speak.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And welcome, Parkours. Welcome. Good to see you tonight.
I like that name.
Us. Yeah, he's one of our Fortnite buddies,
Oh, cool.
Oh,
exactly.
hello.
He and B from O actually come over. I met him over on another streamer that did YouTube, that did Fortnite and stuff, and they graciously come over and we played some Fortnite with them. Great to see you tonight. Hey, so let's do a little funny thing courtesy of Mr. Angel again, who I guess might be our resident memester here tonight.
He's so naughty.
Me, mom.
He's so naughty.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple mature ones that I'm going to play a little bit tonight since we're Friday night. We're after midnight.
How mature are we talking here?
Well, we're going to keep the PG-13, I believe.
Yeah, PG-13.
Right.
We're going to do the best we can, and if I break it, then damn it, it's my channel. So, but blame me for it. But I'm going to try to be. We want highbrow entertainment here. I was waiting for the laugh on that one, but hey, we're going to start off slowly with this one. So anyway, 10 fun facts.
Okay.
All right. 1. See, actually read these to yourselves, but I'll read them out loud. 1, you can't see your ears without mirror. 2, you can't count your hair. 3, you can't breathe through nose with your tongue out. You just tried number 3.
Yep.
I didn't.
I did, because I know this one.
6, when you did number 3, you realized that it is possible, only you look like a dog.
Oh, that's funny.
7, you are smiling right now because you were fooled.
No, I'm not.
8, you skipped number 5.
Yes, I did.
9, you just checked to see if there was number 5.
No, I didn't.
10, share this with your friends so they can have some fun too. Have a nice day.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Mr. Angel. Thank you.
That reminds me of a test that they gave us in school one time, and it said, and it had all these impossible things in it, and it was a time test. Well, if you looked at the first thing, it said read through all the questions before you do anything else.
Right.
And then if you read through all the questions, and then if you got the last one, it says ignore all the questions and write your name on the right-hand side of the paper and turn it in. See if you really followed directions.
Well, I mean, here. Oh boy, I don't know if this is more like Dadman or more like the Missus. But when it comes to situations like that, because I did not like being taken advantage of by the system as a kid. No, I am not an anarchist. But I would read everything. I would go right to the bottom, and I would check everything before I committed my name and my opinion to anything. And there were so many times that it was like some bullpucky trick the school was trying to put us through.
Yeah.
Oh,
that is true.
Yep.
I always failed those tests. That's all.
Oh, Mrs. I say you succeeded at those tests in spirit, and the spirit of the law is more important than the letter of the law.
See,
Okay.
I don't think
If
she
you want, if,
felt anything. She's too
no,
hard on herself.
no, I did because well, as you can see, I get hyper focused,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
a
what
good
I did
thing.
on the test.
Right.
That is a good thing.
So,
Being hyper focused in moderation
Exactly.
is a good thing.
yeah.
Well, good evening, Tiger Stripes, who's
Hello,
laughing.
Tiger. Hello.
Good to
Okay,
see you
so we
tonight.
use
Good
this
night.
one.
Good to see you tonight, Tiger Stripes. Podcorns is smiling. But hey, let's jump onto another one we got right here right now. It's my toxic trait is that I'm an actual alien who is extremely confused by the human experience. Like
I don't know if that's toxic or just logical.
I don't
Yeah.
I'm a
exactly.
human, and I am extremely confused by the human experience.
That's what I was thinking myself. So exactly. So hey, they get better. This was a little more deeper, a little more philosophical, but wait till you see some of these others. Okay, I'm gonna try a mature one. Let's see. Let's see if
Uh-oh.
I can hit the line.
Oh,
Let's see.
that kind of scares me.
Shield your eyes, folks.
So oh yeah, there's one that
Oh, look,
well
it's a little alcohol bottle.
actually okay, this is about the worst of the mature ones. I'm gonna show this, but everybody knows that this if you're a Scooby Doo fan, you're gonna get this. This is like
Oh, good. Scooby.
all right,
I love
so
Scooby.
actually, some of them I put in a mature folder really aren't. I don't know. I think I was sleeping half the way when I was saving them because my goodness, if you want memes, Mr. Angel will deliver memes to you.
Oh, he will.
Boy, plenty. Oh boy, yeah, I love them. But hey, no mature.
Look,
yeah.
You do not.
is it
You do
possible?
not want to properly unleash Mr. Angel. Trust me, I know. He's
Oh,
gonna laugh at that.
I got a smidgen of it when I asked for him. So
Can I give him just for a moment? Can I just to make
Yeah,
him
go ahead.
happy because he might be having to make breakfast or go to sleep or something like that in a
Yeah.
moment. And he knows his comic books and he knows his lore, even though we're not allowed to use the word lore anymore. Mr. Angel, intellectually and culturally, is like the ultimate combination of Cain Marco, the Juggernaut, and Professor Charles Xavier.
Mm.
He'll get the compliment. He will get the compliment. Ah!
Good job, JT Kirk.
Here you go.
Because there you go. I'm still stuck on the three seashells myself, but hey. All right. You Scooby Doo fans, here you go.
Scooby.
There you go. It's PG-13. Yeah, no one.
Hold
Fred.
on, I gotta full screen it. Oh no! 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 No!
Oh, look at the cat he's done, and he's got a little
There's the
bottle.
cat. There's the kitty cat.
And he's got
Hold
a
on,
bottle.
See, the horrible thing about that meme
Yeah.
is that the nickname for Daphne was Danger Prone Daphne. So when you add it to that meme,
Yeah, there would be 9 months later would be something bad.
Mrs. That's naughty, Mrs.
No.
I mean, the actual scarier thing is it doesn't matter what's been going on recently with Scooby. The thing is, it was always going to be Velma and Shaggy. It was always going to be that way. And in a great show called Mystery Incorporated, they actually they did date for a little bit. And it worked out fine until it didn't. And, it's like, it's so funny that I'm going to try to be as innocent and PG-13 as I can be here. But yeah. Scooby-Doo has the Velma Daphne thing, like Gilligan's Island has, Tina Louise and...
Ginger.
Yeah, Ginger and Marianne. And it's just I don't know. I go for the wholesome country girl every time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. I go with you. I got you.
I go Ginger every. No, I'm sorry.
Gosh, listen. You're too funny.
I'm not going to explain why I'm laughing, Mrs. But yes, I get it.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness
but
gracious.
also we have to say because we talk about a range, and this Dadman brought this up about 30 minutes ago. There's a range of topics on this show, on this channel, and Marianne was doing the Daisy Dukes before Daisy and Dukes of Hazzard were doing the Daisy Dukes.
That's right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm trying to, can you take yourself off solo layout, because I just had a buffer right there that's weird,
Oh,
and I can't. Hello, hey, I'm back there. Hey, all right, there you go. I actually had a buffer. I thought I was losing the stream there for a second. So,
Oh,
of course, said nice redirect, and I guess you're gonna have to talk to me about that one word you can't say anymore. I don't get that, but anyway, I'll have to talk about it later. Mr. Agent said, "Don't mind me building my death ray in the backyard." And
yeah.
Podcore said, "The wholesome country girl can probably cook and skin a deer." Yep, exactly.
Yes.
Dream girl.
Yes.
Speaking of dream girls, we got Supergirl herself here today. Lisa.
Oh, Lisa, yay!
Hello.
Oh, this is a good day now.
Happy Friday.
Oh,
Happy Friday.
happy Supergirl Day.
Everybody survived Friday the 13th so far, except for buffering for Dadman.
But you know the only thing that was a friend of mine loves Friday the 13th. They said that they were going to have the Friday the 13th characters in Fortnite.
Really?
Now, would tonight have not been the best day to put them in the?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't. Is that not like so stupid?
Well, it was a rumor to begin with, right? So who put out
I
that?
don't know. I think I saw that I don't know. I think I saw that it was, but maybe it was. I don't know.
Well, here's a question since Lisa is here right now. Lisa, do you like the Friday the 13th films?
No, I really don't.
Okay.
No, I think Friday the 13th generally is just a date on a calendar. So all the hype is just crap to begin with.
So you're not superstitious at all, my darling?
I am, but not when it concerns a date on the calendar.
That's
I think it's just wise to not walk under a ladder.
We got married on the 13th, so that shows you right there. Are we?
Well, some people consider 13 a lucky number. So
Actually, technically, Jedi Mess Runner said Freddy in Fortnite. Just watch the first 4.
Now, buddy, wait a second. Hold on. I got to back up my buddy known as Buddy here. Okay. I do love the accidental comedy that happens when Jason goes to Manhattan. I know that it's the worst Jason face out of all the Jason faces. I understand that it is some of narratively worst scripting that ever happened in movies, but that film is hilarious. It is hilarious, buddy. And it does have value, even if that value is accidental.
Actually, okay, I'm sorry, I just had a stunning news flash. We got married on the 13th of January, 1 year to the day, but we actually met on Friday the 13th.
Wow. We did.
That year. Hey, Jeremy.
Yes,
good
we
to
did.
see you.
That proves Lisa right. That proves that there is no bad luck on that date, that calendar date. Something wonderful happened on that date. Lisa,
I met the hottest chick with Doc Martin boots and leopard skin pants, and I was like,
I did that. Did I have leopard skin pants that day?
Oh, no,
yeah, you had tiger stripe pants. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't remember.
That's why everybody was shocked to hell that they're like, what the hell went on with this? Because it's like,
that's lovely.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she was like the free spirit bohemian, just like crazy, the good fun crazy aunt, and then here comes straight laced tight.
I know what you were going to say. I know what you were going to say.
Uptight accountant guy, and I was like, what the hell just happened?
The uptight accountant guy in cougar pants.
Yeah.
I knew what I figured. Let
Well,
that hair down, Dad, man.
exactly.
I respect this.
It was great. Don't you? All the stories that happened after you remember that, Mrs.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of talk that you were
Oh.
going to be killed that night.
Wait,
You're going to
what?
die
No.
with a smile on your face.
What?
What?
That he
What?
was going to die. Just don't. It just don't even.
Are we talking about your wedding night?
No,
Yeah,
PG
we're talking
13.
about
PG 13.
we are
That's-
PG-13. No, it was like I might not have found my way home that night.
Yeah.
From where,
Oh.
though?
We
I'm
hit it.
so
We hit
confused.
it off so well that night. Everybody was like flabbergasted. They were like, "Where the hell did this come from?"
He gave me
Oh,
a
I
ride
love that.
home. He gave
Yeah.
me a ride home.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, I love
meeting
that.
the
See-
missus was a miraculous moment in time,
Mm.
and he might not have been able to find his way back home.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that's not true
beautifully
because
put.
he found his home with me.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
I will make no bones about it. I am just a sucker for romance. And when it happens in
Me
real life, it's
too.
even better.
Well, and we
Yeah.
got married a year to the day that we met.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, I'm swooning.
Mrs.
And,
and her
and,
magic.
and there was, and I will say, I kind of had a little ulterior motive.
Uh-huh.
I am horrible with dates. So the less amount of dates I have to remember, the better. And that the day that we met was also my brother's birthday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
So it, like I say, it helped in just me to remember.
Organized presents and celebrations. And
Just remember.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Exactly.
crap! I put her head on.
Awkward,
upside
also
down.
sweet. Buddy says that his dad says it's a lucky day for him. Grandma told him it's unlucky for everyone else. It's lucky for you. So
It's
all right.
just a day.
Exactly. I will tell you, and I was so close to not going to that daggone birthday party. My
oh,
future sister-in-law was like, "Would you stop calling? Either come or don't. I don't care. Do something." Because she was busy planning the party and trying to get stuff together. So I'm like, "Okay, I'll come," and I'm glad I did.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I
So
kind of am. So are your children.
yes, exactly.
You went
look.
outside your comfort zone and history
Oh,
was made.
There's a little
Exactly.
lady.
That's so
Exa-
cute,
Yeah.
sis.
Yeah, exactly. So it was all funny. It was fun and games, and definitely, yeah, bad
Fun
dates
and
kill
games,
monkeys.
definitely. Wait, what kind of games? I want to know.
I'm
Oh,
not telling. It's
PG-13. Never
PG.
mind.
It's PG-13. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Bad dates kill
Well,
monkeys.
I can get the fun part, the games part. I might need some
Well, that
I'm-
night,
insight.
that night we were all business. That night was Intel
That
research.
even
and-
sounds worse. Don't. That just sounds worse.
Intel and research. That's actually kind
Yeah.
of interesting too.
We were all business. Yeah. Just stop talking. Yeah.
Oh, God,
I could see Dadman in his trench coat. Did you have anything underneath it?
Oh no. Oh,
What?
Hungry boy, you're killing me with that. You're killing me with that. What? Oh, God. Okay. Well, let's go to another meme. Let's do this about cavemen. We all love cavemen.
Stop laughing.
We can touch more about how we met as long as we go, but here's another funny one. Paper not invented yet. Scissors not invented yet. So cavemen, when deciding on something,
Rock.
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 Rock, rock.
1, 2, 3.
All right.
Funny.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it was definitely a fun time and all that, and amazing small decisions that you do. At the time it was small, but then looking
What
back,
are we talking about now, Small? I don't need to
this
know
is-
this.
no, small decisions.
Oh.
Like, do I go to the party? Do I not go to the party?
Yes.
And then it's like, I tell you, I've always been bad about making decisions sometime, and it's like, quit waffling. Make a decision,
Yes.
go with it.
Or pancake. Or French toast.
There you
Quit.
go. Pancake.
Hey, Lisa, we can go European. We can say quit craping.
Yeah.
Right.
Quit craping. Oh, there you go. So
Don't say that word. I'm getting old.
Yeah.
So far, I don't have crapings, but I'm not looking forward to it.
Crepes are great if they're made by people who know what they're doing. But if they're made by people who are just doing it for a job, they're really overrated.
Oh, I was talking about saggy skin.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
lucky.
no.
I'm still firm.
Oh no.
I am the oldest one here, so I can say old.
No,
Joe.
yeah. How old are you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Never mind.
She's 29.
Never mind. Mrs. is older than me.
I'm older,
Yep.
but
Yes.
I'm sorry.
it's okay. No, I'm just going. I know you're not older.
Yes.
Not that
You
I,
got-
you know. I'm sorry. That was kind of
We're in the same
very,
decade.
very aggressive about the age. No,
Oh.
you are not. No, I'm going to fight you on that one. Sorry. about
and
that.
Admiral Teague is here, and he's making. I
Hey.
hope this is not a '70s joke. You better not be making a joke about a key party because this is PG-13. No key party jokes.
I need to
All
learn
right.
that too. What does that mean? I'm from the Midwest, and I'm a very
Yeah, we don't know
You
what
want me to
these
tell you
things
what a
I
key
don't
mean.
party is?
understand.
I can tell
Teague,
you what
how
a
are
key
you,
party
sir?
is.
Good to see you tonight. Oh my gosh, you guys are.
JT, you and I are in
bugging
the like Midwest corner. We don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
anything.
See, listen though, Hungry. If I
It's
don't
just-
understand what it means, it's got to be PG-13 because I'm the king of obtuseness and not knowing.
Then
You know
I am
what-
not going to explain it.
I'll explain
You don't need
it.
to.
I'll
What?
explain it.
Explain it.
No.
I'll explain it. Yeah, let me
Nope.
explain. Come on.
Mrs. has a good way.
Basically, you get a bunch of couples together for a party, and
Okay.
everyone throws their keys in the middle of the thing, and then one of the couple picks a key, and whoever's key they get, that's who they go home with.
Oh wow. Oh,
really?
interesting. Wow.
That's a
See,
case
I
for
am
venereal
that
disease.
theory. So it's
Okay.
My
Perfect
luck, I draw
description, Mrs.
Hungry's key,
Perfect.
and then
Wow. It's funny. I'm just here along for the ride on my own stream. I don't know this stuff. And
Along
it's
for the
like,
ride.
I learn it. Here, we might as well
Darn
call it
it!
late night teaching
and
dad
I
man
walked to
life.
the party.
No, jeez, yeah. Hey, let's teach dad late night life lessons with Dad Man. How about that? So,
Mr.
it's like, well, normally that is a mistake, but Mrs. takes pride in her age. She does.
no,
Exactly.
I've earned every year and every gray hair, so I am not
Yeah, I
one
agree.
to be upset. I mean, I was happy when I went to a store and they gave me the senior discount. I was like, yes. So
Well,
that's kind of where I'm at.
Well, we're going to jump onto another meme. If I do want to hit calendar day too again in a second. But hey, listen.
Okay, back to full
Oh,
screen.
everybody has shower accidents. Look, it's a high dive. Boom.
Oh, that's cute though.
That hurts
Yeah,
when it smacks
yes.
on your foot like that. No joke.
Exactly. But yeah, that's the whole point of this. Shower judging. Of course, the one guy gives it a. I think that's supposed to be a 9, not a G. But hey.
Oh, but this one is for Lisa and the missus. We remember
Okay.
the days in the shower of Prel.
Oh
I
yeah.
do.
I
Yeah.
miss Prel.
Ooh, what's that? Formula VO5 or
VO5. Yeah.
yeah. Because they don't make that anymore, do they?
They do, I think.
I think they
well,
do.
Well, because see at Cabana Bay, the Retro Hotel down at Universal, they have they have Formula VO5, the shower stuff, the VO5, and they have the green soap, Mrs.
Shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah, they had the shampoo and
gosh,
conditioner.
What was the soap? It wasn't Irish Spring. It was
not
Zest.
Yeah, Zest. Yes.
Zestfully clean.
Max Redstone. Hey.
Zestfully
Max!
clean.
Alberto, that's it. Alberto VO5, Parkour's VO5 hot oil treatment.
You're
Oh my
not
gosh.
really clean.
For the
unless
heritage.
you're Zestfully clean.
Exactly. But hey, but absolutely.
The Irish Spring ads, they used to kill me because we didn't have those in Australia, but you go on YouTube and you can see the old ads, right? And I
Yeah.
love doing that. And the thing is, they always had these American actors doing the worst bloody Irish accent that you could ever imagine. But they were the most handsome, muscular, robust men wearing these beautifully hand-knit Irish sweaters with a
Yes.
little cap on their heads. And you knew that the housewives were buying that soap for the household because of those men and those commercials,
course.
and I respect that.
I can't
course.
resist plaid. I like plaid on men.
Yeah.
What, Lisa? What?
Plaid, flannel plaid.
Oh,
men?
I
Oh,
respect that.
Like Mr. Brawny or the.
Oh yeah.
But I was thinking of Breck. Do you remember Breck for shampoo?
Yes.
Yes.
I
The
was a
Brett
Brett
girl, wasn't
girl.
it the Brett girl or something?
Yeah, Brett girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
We had that in Australia because that was imported, right? And so, like, you get different brands depending on what country you're in, and you know what the various trade laws are. So, yeah, I mean, Breck was pretty good. I
Yeah.
remember using that when I was about 18 years old, working in the bookstore. So, yeah, go Breck. Huh.
Well, let's.
Team Brett.
I'm trying to figure out something we can come up with a poll question for the night. So, and I'm having
Max,
a
do
little
not bring up
problem.
hair moose. I have bad flashbacks to the 80s. Bad flashbacks to the 80s. Oh, the moose.
Oh,
No.
I love mousse. I like eating it all the time. I prefer chocolate.
I do too. Chocolate mousse. Ooh.
Chocolate mousse.
Oh
So
yeah, the
good.
hair mousse too. I like the hair mousse.
I need
It's
to
good
make
too.
that.
Oh, Lisa,
Yes, Lisa, make it. Make it.
I get in the car, throw the missus in the car, and drive all the way up there if you did something like that. And I
Darn
would eat
right.
the egg. I would eat the eggs too before.
Well, there is. I remember raw egg goes into chocolate mousse, so
It
you'd
doesn't
have
matter.
to too.
I will eat the eggs before getting to the chocolate mousse. If that was a condition, I'm cool with that. So,
Well,
but-
there's
you
also,
don't really
I mean, it's
smell
not,
it or
it's,
taste it.
it's
No,
not
no.
as good, but there is an eggless mousse. There is an eggless mousse.
Yeah.
But I mean, like when I was a kid, I was severely allergic to eggs. Now I eat them every week. But a real chocolate mousse with the full amount of the cocoa flavor in it.
Yeah, I could put my whole face into that.
I do like chocolate.
Oh my
Lisa's gonna
gosh.
put her face in a mousse, ladies
Yeah,
and
just hold
gentlemen.
my hair back. I'm going in.
Hold your hair back. I'm going.
Which we can transition to that hungry boy. Remember that scene from Police Academy, one of our recent streams?
Yes.
Yes. Lieutenant
Oh.
Harris is impatient in the traffic, ends up getting the motorcycle, gets out of control, hits somebody, flies right into the back of the horse trailer.
Oh, that was nasty. That was just
What made
nasty.
you think of that?
Because what you just said. I'm going in. Oh my gosh, folks. Hey,
Oh my
it's all
God,
great.
Dad, man.
So what kind of poll question can we come up with tonight? I'm kind of drawing a blank because we're all over the swirling topics of we're in hair mousse, products. We've been in some food. It's yeah, what the hell can we come up with a poll? Yes, you're welcome, Podcourse. And yeah, this is a sampling of the squirrels that we have. Would you believe we already have 16 likes tonight?
Oh, I
mean,
forgot
you
to
know,
like this. Hold on.
Thank you.
Best
I mean,
East Asian cuisine. Go
Oh.
Thai, Vietnamese,
okay.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Korean.
Let's do that. All right.
All, yeah, I have
Or
Dad Man do a poll with all these
Japanese.
words he doesn't know how to spell.
Exactly. I love it. I'm not even in control of my own chat. And then
Spell check.
people heckle me. Where the hell do I get the poll?
Hi,
Okay, there we go.
Mandalorian.
Hi.
Oh,
Let's
Mr.
see.
Angel,
Stay
you
up
are
late.
so
Maybe I'll
right.
play some Fortnite later with you.
Mr.
Yeah.
Angel, you are so right. And the thing is, for me, it was cousins, not sisters. And then if I was dating a friend of the cousin, oh, you compound that waiting time to get
Wait.
to the dance club. Time
That one.
to
Wait, dating your cousins?
dating my friend, the cousin,
That's
the friend of my cousin.
on that one.
There's nothing wrong with dating your cousin.
Yes. Kentucky says it's legal, so anyway.
Hey,
Second cousin is preferable.
Oh, no.
what?
Let me get this damn poll out. I got a story for you on that one with our kids. So Asian food, which ones should we go with? Which ones? Mrs. Which one?
Well,
There's so
Thai
many.
definitely, Korean definitely,
Okay. Thai.
Japanese.
Thai. Let's go Thai. Let's do some kind of interesting. Let's go Thai. What, Korean?
We got to go Korean out of respect to their film culture. That is mandatory.
Absolutely great film. Hey, we could spend a whole time talking about Korean films. Thai, Korean. Mrs., do you have another one, or Lisa? We got Thai, Korean. I wanted to avoid Chinese necessarily.
No, I'm going to show my ignorance a little bit. Is Indian considered an Asian area? And
Oh, we're going with
it's
East
kind of
Asian.
hard. Would you just want to do East Asian?
Well, I mean, I hate to be pedantic, but I am a pedant. I'm an
No, that's
awful
okay.
pedant. But In Australia and Britain, Indian food, Vedic food is considered Asian, and oftentimes they are referred to as Asian people, the Asian subcontinent. So, technically speaking, depending on your region, yes, you could include Indian food, particularly the southernmost area of the Indian subcontinent.
Okay, so I'm going to go which is the best Asian food: Thai, Korean, Indian, and Vietnamese. Okay, and y'all vote from
It didn't
those.
have to do 4.
Yeah,
That's a,
y'all vote between those
Which one
four
has
because
egg rolls?
I think
Buddy, dang
they all
it,
definitely
buddy.
have-
Dang it. That's a different discussion. I have seen that movie 3 times. It's alive, buddy. 3 times. It is a great film. It is a hard film to take, but that's another topic for another day. Probably closer to Halloween. Okay, buddy? And I'm on your side, dude. I'm on your side. I think I think you and I love a lot of the same things, but that movie, no, not for tonight.
Edwin, this poll is
So
so
good.
difficult. I'm not happy with myself that I even brought it up.
But let's get it out of the way.
There you go. just get rid of it.
let's get the poll done. Let's just get it over with. Yeah,
I do
Well,
have a question though. Which one has egg rolls? Any of them?
I
don't think any of them. I'm not
Well,
voting.
I think that there are spring rolls and some Vietnamese, I believe.
Spring rolls.
Some of them have spring rolls that
It's
are
not the
close to
same
egg
thing.
rolls. Okay, well, we can do a new poll later.
Or like the
We can-
crispy cylindrical object filled with cabbage and pork.
Gotcha.
Buddy's
Spring
on
rolls
fire.
are filled with
Buddy.
cabbage.
Yeah, Korean. No,
yeah.
the egg rolls. The egg rolls.
And
Korean
dim
barbecue.
sum?
absolutely.
Anybody like dim sum?
I love dim sum. I've got books on how to cook dim sum.
Which one is that? Is that Vietnamese?
Dim sum is Japanese, which we didn't
crap.
put
I
on the
can't-
list.
oh.
Yeah, we can only put 4. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
no.
Hey, JT, what are you voting for? I'll vote for the same thing.
I said Thai food, and that's mainly because the area in which I live has many Thai restaurants with Thai immigrants, and their restaurants have been certified by the King of Thailand to be authentic. And
Nice.
so when I go somewhere where that is not the case, I turn my nose up and I'm all a big snob because I'm so spoiled with the real deal. Yeah, but
Oh,
yeah,
I do
when you
love
had the
all
best,
of
why would
these.
you
I mean,
settle for
I
it?
love all of the choices. That's what
I got to back up JT here because that is like if you are a massive fan of traditional Mexican food, I mean like Yucatan Peninsula stuff, and then you just get some Tex-Mex or Taco Bell. No.
Right. Exactly. And Max Redstone has many opinions on this.
The
I'm going
Korean,
for
Pronounce
Thai.
half of it.
the Korean barbecue, or you can eat tofu stew, fermented food. Yeah, but look, also bulgogi, bibimbap, fish cake. Yeah, I've seen those. We've had some Korean places around here. So and Buddy says you can get good pad Thai downtown. Oh, and Podcourse, I think, is towards that. Like you said, when it's authentic, he says when you have true Thai food, everywhere else sucks. So.
Oh yeah, and that is the same with Indian food too, whether it's Northern Indian style or Southern Indian style. Once you have the real deal, you just can't go back. It's like Mrs. will understand this, even if she might not agree. It's like having good dark chocolate and then going back to a Nestle bar.
Yeah, it's like eating anything in any other country and then eating American chocolate.
Yeah. Well, guess what, folks? It took us about an hour, but we got on the food again. The force dragged us here.
It did.
It's always going to happen.
It just
It
happens.
will always happen.
But
Hey, as many countries have said,
oh my gosh,
Mr.
Mr. Angel, Mr.
Way
Angel
to go,
said,
Dadman.
my girlfriend is shouting Chinese food in Cantonese and is trying to prevent me from voting Indian food. You stumbled on a heatedly debated topic between the two of us. Thanks, Dadman. I'll sleep on the couch tonight.
Nice.
Bad pull. Bad pull.
Although the biggest disappointment I've had with this is I had a supervisor that was Chinese, and she and her husband had a Chinese restaurant, and she would go and help cook or do whatever there after work. So always a ton of hours. But unfortunately, the food was just not up to where you'd want it to be in terms of
Mhm.
quality, and that was devastating because I was like, I thought I had an in for
Yep.
Chinese food, you know.
Well, let
Darn.
me say this: we got 8 votes already. If we can get 2 more votes, if we can get to 10 votes, or we get to 20 likes, I'll close this poll. I will. But then again, I will. I will make it. Actually, technically, Mandalorian, it's on the Asian continent. So for the purposes of the Dadman poll, we included it in Asia for comparability. It is a little bit different, but yeah, exactly. But hey, you never know what will I think of next with the next poll. But yeah, it's.
Well,
I
you
will
didn't
say,
technically think of that one, so
no, I know, but the next time I'm going to do it, I'm going to come out with
The, the the
things of
fun thing
interest.
is go to a big city and try to find an ethnic group that is not in your area.
Mm.
Like in Washington D.C., there are some African populations, and I believe it was Ethiopian food was
Uh-huh.
very fascinating and quite good from the
Yeah,
my
people that had it. And that's not something in my area, so it's like, oh
yeah,
wow, you know.
yeah. But see, like Buddy said here, yeah, because that's what I like to specialize in, the difficult polls. It's like really, really cool. I'm kind of feeling bad now after Mr. Angel says this, but that's just. Uh, Speaking of that, Mr. Angel says, I really like spicy food, so it's a tough choice between Korean and Indian, but I admire the
Yeah.
Indian use of spices and herbs immensely. So India is where he went with it.
Mm.
So and
Yes.
see that and see, I've never been a spice or herb guy, so Indian is one that I've never tried. I know the missus wants to try a place near us, but if we go, I have to be careful. Um, but
You
I have
heathen.
actually,
what?
well, I'll just take the youngest. We'll do it.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
go to lunch one day, and then you
I
don't
just
even
want
have
to
to
go
worry
to one of
about it.
those restaurants where there's pillows on the ground and you plop your butt down on the ground on
Yeah.
the
Oh God.
pillow and
Well,
maybe a
actually,
hookah.
Lisa, that actually happens in Sydney and Melbourne, and two of the places that I really enjoyed having a breakfast that was too big for me. One was Kenyan, and the other one was Nigerian.
Ooh.
And the only thing with a lot of traditional African meals is their concept of bread has
Is it
nothing to do with
pita?
our concept of bread. Nothing to
Right.
do with
Isn't
it.
it
Right.
flatbread?
It's soggy and soft and mushy. The texture is kind of like if a
Like a
pancake
pita.
was made out of tofu, and then you use that to scoop up. Yeah, it's disgusting.
Hmm.
The rest of the food is great. The rest of the food is great. But you're supposed to actually break off pieces of the bread and then make like this handheld sandwich out of it with the other ingredients on.
Moroccan, right?
Yeah, very similar, very similar. But Moroccan bread I can handle. Nigerian bread, no, 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 no. And somebody, oh, you did not like the bread, and I'm like, no, I love the bread. No, you don't like the bread. You just
You're
like,
like,
okay,
give me a fork.
I'm gonna leave a big tip just to settle this issue. Big tip.
Like, save your bread and give me a fork.
Yes, and also the meat was magnificent. The spices and the way they handle the other vegetables. I mean, I do love Nigerian food. The thing is, just not this spongy, nasty crap I'm expected to eat alongside it. That's
Yeah.
Now, my coworker used to travel all over the world for work, and he said his most interesting dining experience was Uzbekistan, and he shared this the other day. Um, he was, pretty cool with most of the food and this, that, and the other, until the point they went to one of the open air restaurants, and they get this big pot of rice for everybody, and instead of including it with a spoon, people were just using their hands to scoop out a
Yes,
bunch of rice,
that's
and that got to him as
I don't think
this
I
is
could
not
handle that.
hygienic enough for me, and I
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's a
said,
problem for me too.
Oh,
I
no,
see,
don't
that
like
sir.
wouldn't
anything
bother.
on my
I will say
fingers.
that wouldn't bother me at all. I eat. My children did not learn how to eat with utensils
Mm.
because I didn't eat with utensils. I don't. I very rarely eat. I eat with my fingers, so I would be so happy there. I would love it.
Yeah, that's the complete opposite. I mean, A lot of times when I'm cooking and stuff, I'm washing my hands like 50 times before I finish making the meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cross contamination is real.
Yep.
Yes.
So
But I also know they've
And I
been
have
doing this for
fingernails
how
too,
many?
and I don't like anything getting underneath my fingernails.
Oh, so you
Uh,
are a little bit of a girly gal. You
Oh,
have the
yeah.
fingernails and you cook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am a girl.
I
I would hope
I just
so.
happen to like video games,
Yay! There you go. Very much so.
but I also like fast cars. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you though, and you drive like it in Fortnite, I will say. So,
I'm
Well,
a
but,
good driver.
yeah,
That doesn't
But-
make Lisa less feminine. It just means she's a tough chick, as we say in Australia.
exactly. Yeah, kick your ass is what I say in
Joan Jett.
America.
Joan
Oh,
Jett.
I hope not.
Well, it's interesting because I watch so many of the food and bar rescues and all that stuff, and God, the cross contamination. They're always
Oh.
screaming cross contamination and stuff. And
Yeah.
although I know some of those are kind of faked and trumped up, but it seems like the one thing is the cross contamination. That's you got to be careful and all that. But
Well, here's
I,
one of my biggest beef with people being forced to wear gloves.
mhm,
When you're wearing gloves, you cannot tell what is on your glove.
mhm,
So you could have, well, a lot of people could have handled chicken
Right.
and you don't realize it. And then you start touching bread or your
right.
utensils and you don't
Salmonella.
feel it because of the glove. I think
Right.
gloves, you're better off not wearing gloves and washing your hands every time you feel something on it. I think that was a huge mistake for introducing gloves into the food industry.
I agree because I think you're good chefs, you're barbecue, especially people that grill and barbecue and stuff. What keep your hands clean, washed, and stuff like that. And there's
And you
something with
can't
the feel
feel
of
it
it.
with a glove on.
Yeah, right. You can't. I that's one of the best things I've heard for the argument against the gloves because I think it looks strange, and then of course you got to replace it every single time. Does
Do
I
you ever
guess
see them replacing their gloves after touching certain items? Like
No.
when they're putting it
No.
like raw and then
Good point.
Right.
touching a utensil? No, they don't. They don't even
So, I
wipe
mean,
the glove.
I have seen it on shows. I don't watch that closely in real life because I'm going
Yeah.
to eat the food and I don't want to know.
Now, Lisa, what
Well,
I-
you
what
will
always-
know as soon as you have to go to the bathroom
Well,
Uh,
yeah,
yes,
but
or the next day when
but the
it takes
chance of
effect.
sometimes, yeah, I know, but most of the time that doesn't happen. So I'm kind of just going
Well,
with it.
I'm going to go ahead and close the poll. We got 9 votes on it.
Oh, good.
So, and with that, the Thai food wins at 55%, Korean 33%, Indian 11, Vietnamese 0.
All right.
So let's see. I'm going to do this completely random. This might be a good poll. It may not be. Food to eat. So let's see what happens here.
Oh, nighty-o, puck horse. Nighty-o.
Good night, Parkours.
Good night.
Yay! Glad you're here. Good to see you again. Let's see. This might be completely off the reservation and stuff, and it's going to be what it is. And so,
That doesn't look right.
it's going to be what it is because I like to be crazy with this stuff. So it's going to be all over the place. So, what is your favorite food to eat? Chinese, Japanese, Greek, or Jamaican?
Oh,
Jamaican me hungry, Dad.
that's a good
Yeah.
poll, Dad man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That is a
So-
good poll.
Yeah, exactly. So,
That's a hard one.
okay. Well, we specialize it around that here. And, of course, good night. Yeah,
J-
it gets
JT, what are you picking on this one?
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Out of these 4 options,
Yeah.
probably Greek.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Well, Buddy has said that he's walked out of Subway and other sandwich places when the server is touching themselves and other things and taking orders with the same pair of gloves. How about when they take
Yeah.
cash?
No,
Oh,
I hate it when they
exactly.
take cash and then they don't change their glove.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. That is nasty.
Oh my
Lisa,
gosh.
I'm not going with Japanese because I don't like fish of any kind. So I know that's
Yeah.
going to disqualify most of Japanese food right there.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Well,
Mr. A. Thank
Mr.
you.
Angel was saying
I
this
think for
that
variety, Chinese.
Mr. Angel's saying that it's almost like the Gordon Ramsay school here. I guess going. My foot slipped and reflex go 99% light speed, hitting his dumb behind. Yes,
Uh-huh.
Buddy loves
Oh,
Japanese.
I took one time we were at we were at a restaurant down in Universal. And I took and at that time I was uh doing a gluten-free diet with my kids to see if it would help with some issues and things. And we were at a buffet and they had butter on the buffet. And I told our waitress, I said, "Could you please give me fresh butter?" Um, because
Yeah.
we have a gluten allergy and it's all around all that bread and I don't want it. So I watched our server get a plate, go to the buffet and get the butter.
They're not paid to be smart,
No,
Mrs.
no, I told her.
Lisa.
No, I told her to not get. We can't have the butter on the buffet. I specifically said that.
They don't get paid to listen
So,
either.
so I said, can I see your manager? And so the manager come up, and my husband hates it when I do this because I always start with going, "Is it a practice at this restaurant when you tell someone that they're gluten free and they need fresh butter? Can you guys not get it out of the back, or do you have to get it off of the bay? Is off the buffet?" I said, "Is that a practice?" And they're like, "Oh no, we absolutely can get you fresh butter." I'm like, "Well, you need to then train your waitresses to understand that because I specifically asked for fresh butter not on the buffet, and that's what they gave me." I said, "Now my kids don't have a life-threatening allergy, but if they did, you would be in trouble." And they're like,
You're,
I'm so sorry. And
yeah.
they corrected it.
And you're welcome, Mr. Angel. Good to see. Had to do that. Speaking of that, it's time for another meme, folks. Dude, where do you even find all these memes? I can't tell you. Why? You won't need me anymore.
Oh,
And also, Mr. Angel, I understand that regarding the Chinese food and what you're going through at the moment. All I will say is that in my experience, back when I was associated with somebody, very romantically, it was Mediterranean food. And that was the argument.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, JT, you get it.
Yeah, I live in an area that's probably the largest Middle Eastern / that part of the Mediterranean in North America. And so it's, between Greek and Lebanese food, it's like, oh my gosh.
We're
I
not
would
going to
hate to
talk
be in
about
that
the octopus
situation.
debates. We're not going to
Oh,
discuss that.
no sea creatures. I'm just saying, like,
Damn it,
nobody
Mark.
goes.
Why aren't you in here, Mark? I gave it an invite tonight.
I mean, if it's got
Nobody,
tentacles, if it's got tentacles, suckers, but it's got the brain capacity of a 2-year-old human, and it tastes like rubber, right? The texture is like rubber. I can't go there. I just can't go there.
I just don't understand these relationships that get into fights over food. I think that's so pathetic.
Hey,
I'm
This
sorry,
is-
but to have a big argument over Mediterranean food in your diet or not, or
Lisa, no.
there's so
No,
many worse
look,
things
I love
to argue
Mediterranean
about.
food. I love Mediterranean food. It's just about the cephalopods. That's it. It's only about the cephalopods.
Well, then
And-
focus
And
on
your
the side
significant
Are
other
they-
wanted you to try it, or what's the deal with that?
But pardon? Can you repeat?
Your significant other at the time wanted you to have it, and you refused, and so there was an argument.
She actually prepared it.
She cooked
and
over it all day, hair sweaty.
It wasn't all day. It was pan fried. It was traditional pan fried.
You can't.
It
cook
was
the sea
it was a
creature
cross
that
between
long.
Greek and Yugoslav.
And she presented it
cephalopod.
in front of you, and you're like, hell no.
No, I ate it. I ate all of it, and then
Oh, wow.
and she she looked at me afterwards and said, I'm going back in my memory tapes, and I think you were lying about how much you enjoyed that. And then the
Oh.
discussion began.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
But I ate all of it. She said, that doesn't matter. You didn't like it.
That was one of the data tapes you should have stolen, Hungry.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly the yeah. I just
Well,
My,
speaking of,
my dad would eat anything that my mom made, and my mom made some interesting things. Um, and he would always clean the plate.
Mm.
And mom knew not to make it again. If there was he would say something. Oh, I can't remember what it was. He goes, he would say something um, but he basically said, "Well, that was nice, but we don't need to have that again," or something like that. It was very, but he ate it all,
Mm.
or he would just not say, "I would like that again," or something. But
So it became very clear he was making a point of being polite.
oh, absolutely. Well,
Being
that was
grateful for the.
well, your
you know,
mom handled it well too by not freaking out on him about it.
exactly,
You know,
exactly.
that's the type of woman that I appreciate. I mean, not
Ditto.
the ones that freak out.
Yeah. Oh, we're great.
By the way, Max, despite my accent, you know where I come from. Be very careful with the vinyls comments. Okay? Miss Amplet, she's a hero of mine. She is a hero of mine. Be careful. Oh, tread carefully, Max. You're on thin ice. Love you.
all right, I got to check out something for Wade. Wade, I guess I didn't even pay attention to college football tonight. That's how bad I am. I'm failing.
Ah!
Uh-oh.
So
Uh-oh.
but hey,
Okay. Everybody leave the
Sports
channel.
ball. Get your
He
balls
screwed
out,
up.
folks. We're going sports.
He screwed
not,
up.
not really. I'm just trying to see what Wade's talking about. He's like, but I tell you what, looks like if that's true, that everybody's adjusting to Deion Sanders now, which is normal. Right? You just got to settle down and relax. And
Deion Sanders.
He's
I know, but
what the heck, Max?
he's
You
not
don't have to go
playing.
to.
No,
You
Max,
don't have
I
to go to
wasn't
bed.
demonstrating
Story.
you. I was just playing with you, Max. No,
He got-
stay. Come
this
on,
is
Max.
like the whole
Come
story. He got
on.
out of bed. He went and drove a car. Then it broke down. So
Oh,
he got
Max,
in a taxi and he
go to
slept
bed,
in
but
the
leave the
car.
stream on.
See, that's the thing is,
Lisa's looking after the YouTube analytics and the logarithm.
Exactly.
That's great.
there you go.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, you might lose to Stanford. And hello, Moira Kitty, meow, meow,
Meow,
buddy.
Hello,
meow.
Moira.
Meow.
Brian's buddy said no one here is even watching that game. Okay.
Oh no,
Hi,
Max,
Jess.
that's terrible. No.
Oh, Jess has missed everything up to now. My mom called right around the time we went live. Well, guess
Hello,
what?
Jess.
We finally got to food at about an hour in, and we pretty much have gone in circles, doing not much of anything, Jess. So, hey, you got the invite, Jess. So if you feel like coming on and contributing to this delinquency, go ahead, feel free. But, all right. So we got Purrs with Mrs.
I'm sorry,
and,
Max. I apologize. I apologize.
I
'cause,
think we
you know,
got a
you
lot
and I
of
are
conflict.
insomnia
It's all good.
guys. So
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. That stinks when you run behind like on that. And yeah. What the? Not.
what is your problem?
The
He's
stupid thing won't come
multitasking
up.
with sports ball.
The stupid thing would not come up. Oh, it's what the hell is this sport? Oh, it's women's college volleyball. Oh, damn it, Mark. That's not what we're trying to do.
It's Castle's fault.
Oh, Castle. Yeah. Where's Castle?
Where is Castle? Yeah.
And hey there, Moira Kitty.
Yeah, exactly.
Meow.
I'm just trying to see where. Oh, Stanford at Colorado. Oh, wow. You mean they stuck this game on a Friday night on ESPN? That's bad. But hey, you were up 29 to 12. So, yeah, you've been good stories about what it costs. Hey, collapse away. Let us help you off into dreamland if need to. Good night, Max. It's always a pleasure
Night-o,
to have you
Max.
through here.
Night-o.
Absolutely. So, hugs to you, Kirk, and I can't see the other guy. Well, who's the other guy?
That's
yeah,
got to be
Hungry.
Hungry.
The hungry, and the hands is Mrs. So hey, lovely hands. But hey, welcome everybody. Thanks for being here. So fun. Yeah, exactly. I will say this now. I tell you what, I I love watching women's college sports. I tell you, I think they get into it. And there's some of the sports that are better than the men. I like to hear they get chippy in the volleyball. Do get tough. Some of their soccer matches, forget this falling down crap, fawning and stuff. No, they're all into it. That's why I prefer the women's softball over the men's college baseball. It really is, a lot different. It's really, really was something that reminds me of something. If I can find this, well, let me do this real quick here. So, oh, you can't score now. Well, that happens.
Hugs back, Maura, hugs back.
Yes, exactly, like a lady. Yes, you're right, exactly. But hey, listen, the latest from Starbucks. Forget all the politics and all with them, but this is just a fun one here with them. Starbucks taking it too far this year. It's a Starbucks pumpkin patch, 3,000 milligrams pumpkin
I need
spice.
one of those.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
It's in my
The hell is
shopping
that?
cart.
No.
Overnight
my-
on Prime right now.
What is that?
It's a joke on a nicotine patch, but 3,000 milligrams of caffeine or pumpkin spice.
Oh, these people are weirdos.
Yeah, Lisa.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, I love how ultimately tolerant Lisa is, but she hits her limit. And as they say in the South, something gets on her last nerve, and suddenly they're just like, screw these weirdos.
Yeah, some of it's just so
Yeah.
stupid.
All right. On top of pumpkin patch spice crap and that stuff.
Pumpkin spice crap.
Yes, it's my Englishing, and I'm Englishing the way I feel like it. So, hey, the corrupter of all corruptors that are out here that make my Twitter feed really nice, and I mean seriously, I love it having people doing stuff like this. One of the great ones was great food, and I do not know how this person does while working and all the other crap that she does at one time and still everything else. It's the great Jess, SBD girl. Hey, Jess.
Hello, Jess.
Hey.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
How are the
Yay.
puppies
Hi,
tonight?
Jess.
Huh?
How are the puppies tonight?
Pretty good.
Have they been pretty good about the hormones and stuff?
A
Oh,
couple
nice
of the
answer.
boys are like fighting.
Okay. All
Like-
right.
Just only like mouths at each other, growling, and I'm picking one up and putting him in a room to be time out for a bit.
Time
At one
out.
point I had two of the boys each out separated.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, I gotcha. Oh man. Well, glad you could join us tonight. You're off a couple days, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So you go back to work Sunday or Monday?
Sunday, and then off Monday, work Tuesday, off Wednesday, work Thursday, off Friday.
Okay.
Oh, I would not like that.
I've got Monday, Friday, my normal days off, and then like randomly took extra days throughout. Like I'll take the day they leave, usually, which this time was the day before my normal day off, so that was automatically 2 days. And then I'll try to get the day they come back and the day before off.
Right.
When I work, just to make sure I've got like it good, so that no matter what time they leave, I'm not trying to then be laying dogs out while going to work and all that on the day they leave, while trying to get my stuff over here. And then the day they come back, to make sure the extra time to make sure, okay, like extra deep clean for any little stuff, the dogs, make sure I've got all my stuff gathered up and get it out. It's just like a little extra time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fun. Do you really enjoy watching the dogs? Because see, I had a friend in college that came that would watch dogs for people when they went off, and it was like hot tub, the full bar and everything at the house, fully stocked. Is that one of kind of those situations where they really leave a good situation?
It's pretty good. There's a guest room in the basement. The dogs are pretty well behaved, and like I can anything I want that's in like the fridge, or any of the food, if I want it, I can have it. And and it's then kind of nice because it's like it's being somewhere else,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Not dealing with my dog and his neuroses. Instead, I deal with other dogs and their neuroses.
But they're new neuroses, and so
Yeah,
it's
and
yeah.
and these guys all really love me. So
Well, that's
like
cool.
each as she's got new ones, they all love me. A couple of them like really love me, which sometimes gets problematic because they'll get up in my lap and growl at the others who try to come near.
Oh,
And if
Exactly.
I'm not petting them, they will paw at me to the point where pawing at my face to try and
oh yeah.
Yes. Yes.
and
Love
it's
me,
those
love
little
me.
nails, so they hurt.
Yes.
Oh,
Love me, love me, love me now.
There's a
Yeah.
song like that. Love
that's
me,
too,
love me. Maybe
that's
Dadman
too
could
funny.
sing that.
No,
Love me, love
Not-
me.
not now. You can sing it on karaoke. That's the only time he's allowed to sing.
Oh,
No, I
I
don't
see.
care. You can sing if you want to, honey.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got
I
a
didn't
bad
really think
case
he would
of
do that,
loving
but
you. Don't tell me the odds. Don't dare me. Damn
I
the
didn't.
Peter's full speed ahead.
I didn't dare you. I just
Well, you
said you
yeah,
could.
you said sing it elsewhere, so that was a challenge. But hey, listen, on a fun note, folks, listen, everybody's favorite, I wish Masters was here because we got football in this one. And I took this from the Babylon Bee, just a little clip of it. And one of the greatest spoof sites out there. Entire professional soccer team assumed room temperature after team bus goes over slight speed bump.
what?
Entire professional soccer team
Okay,
assumes room
that's funny.
temperature after team bus goes over slight speed bump.
Because of the what do they call it in the Premier League? I don't know if they still do. I know they did when we were watching it pretty good a few years ago. The ungentlemanly conduct or something like that. In other words, what we call flopping in the NHL.
Yes, exactly.
Or LeBron James in the NBA, you know.
Yeah,
Yes.
Somebody looks at
they're
LeBron and he's
think
on the
LeBron,
court for
slightest little bump and oh.
Yeah, we need a foul. We need protect us.
Meanwhile, I'm playing basketball with my coworkers, you know, after work, and we're setting it up like we're all, you know, big guys now, and we can't really jump, so we're just setting up plays like we're linemen playing football or rugby, right?
Well, but then you go from watching that and you go to the NHL and was it the 2013 Stanley Cup where Shaw barely spent any time out because he got hit. Well, twice. I think it was 2010. Keith took a puck in the teeth and lost a few teeth, and he was barely out. He came back and played that game, and then I think it was 2013. Shaw took a puck in the cheek and got it stitched and was back out on the ice. But then by the time when they won and they were celebrating, I guess while they're celebrating, he broke at least a stitch and he had like blood dripping down his cheek while they're shaking champagne. And you're looking at him going, "Oh, that must hurt so bad." Open wound and all that alcohol getting sprayed in your face.
Wow.
But yeah, the hockey players going out there pretending like they're not hurt, like barely sitting out a thing, and then you get these other guys who,
No, our favorite was when we were watching a rugby match, and this guy got his head busted open. Went to the
they were like
sidelines.
no,
Went to the sidelines. They literally took duct tape, wrapped it around his head, and he went back on the field.
Yeah, joke? Rugby. The only rule is don't hurt the medic.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
Mrs.
hey.
I have a question. Was this rugby union, rugby league, or also?
I have no idea. It was rugby on TV.
Yeah,
on TV.
Yes, exactly. We don't
I
get
don't-
it
I
treated
don't
to
know.
it very often. Hey, but let's throw up another sport real quick with fencing. Fencing. Make new friends and stab them.
I like it.
There
I
you
can
go.
roll with that.
That makes
Yeah.
me think of the Jean-Luc Picard
Oh gosh.
that people always play.
It makes me think of Sulu. You know? Ha
Oh yeah,
shirt
the
off.
shirtless episode.
Yeah.
Well, Jess, I tell you what, I've always thought about starting a hockey thing.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like you are very passionate with hockey.
I don't watch it as much now. Like it got with like my schedule hard to watch.
Yeah.
And it got like over here, it gets very confusing trying to watch it. Like sometimes it's like, the main channel game. Like every so often they'll show them on like NBC or whatever. And then a lot of times, Chicago CSN Chicago, like especially when it's like the time where you have basketball's playing, hockey's going on, and you're in MLB playoffs, and somehow the Cubs or the White Sox are in it. And suddenly, they're fighting for space on CSN Chicago, so it's moving to CSN Chicago Plus, or it's over here, and it's just yeah.
Absolutely. Well, here, let's have another one real quick.
And the
shall we?
players after 2015, all the people going, and it was getting hard trying to keep track of who was on the team. And
Exactly.
I
Anybody
like
want an
one.
electrician?
I do some of my own electrical work, and I know enough to respect.
like experience required this time.
So, Dadman, you're talking about hockey. Restaurant would have tickets and load up a bus and go down to the Admirals, which was a feeder and is now a feeder team for Nashville. So,
the Preds, yeah.
Watched a lot of hockey over the years. So,
wow,
cool.
But yes, I'm not into it. Like
Chicago's
years
interesting.
ago.
You have the Wolves, which are in Chicago. They're feeder team for, is it one of the Canadian teams? And then Chicago's feeder teams in Rockford, which is Northern Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
They're the Ice Hawks. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's interesting. A and I once took a bus trip because the local arena football team went to Orlando to play a game. So that was a nice trip to see. Anytime you do stuff like that, it was a cool road trip.
I really want to see an arena football game, Dadman, if for no other reason than there was one in Starship Troopers, right? And I feel
that
like
thing, yeah. Well, I will tell you this, and I was going to be serious with this because arena football has been in and out of, over the years. The Arena Football League actually went bankrupt a couple of years ago, again for like the second time. So you had different types of arena or indoor football is what they call it. Well, the league that we have actually must have, because of bankruptcy, gotten the access to the nets. Because to me, arena football is like masters in stunning say hockey. It's the boards and it's the football and hockey. You got that kind of thing there. But the real Arena Football League has those nets, and they have the iron bottom or the bars of the nets, and it's like free play, bounce off. It's like anything wild could happen. Well, the league that they went into did not have the rights to that league, so to the net. So it was just like, just kick it. I mean, it lost something. Yeah, it was just indoor football, not as exciting as what you saw with that. And they had this thing when you kicked it off. If you kicked it between the pipes up there, like the goalpost, they called it a deuce. So hey, he dropped a deuce. Like what kind of dumb names is that? But you do want arena football where they have the nets. You really, really, really want to do. And when they score like 60, 70 points, it's nonstop action. But yeah, indoor football, arena football is definitely something to try to catch.
Loved it. I really loved it because we just would take and go and like one time we got sideline, and our kid had a jersey on of one of the players, and as they're coming out ready to start playing, the player saw our kid with the jersey on, and he stopped, and we got a picture right in the middle of the game, well before the game started. And I thought that was just so cool. The accessibility was so much different than other games.
It truly was a great sport. I considered it like a combination. I knew Aang would love it. It was like a combination of football, hockey, and WWE, because it had the football action, it had the boards and pound them into the boards like hockey, but it also had the entertainment, the fire, the pyrotechnics, the screaming, the loud announcer, all this stuff. that you would have in a WWE production. So, and my guest last week on the football stream was MC Wale, and he actually did a lot of the floor promos for the local team. So really interesting to see if you ever get a chance to check them out. If you have a decent team, I will also say if you have a bad team, it can be pretty boring. So but it's a good sport to see. Let's check on the poll though. Let's see how many people got voting at this point. Well, we actually got 10 votes on this one.
Oh crap!
It's close. Chinese at 50%, Japanese 40%,
one.
Greek at 10%. No takers on the Jamaican. So we got one more like to get 20. Oh my goodness. So hey. Oh man. All right. Oh yeah. See, this is what you don't know about football and the other. There's a dirty side to it. JT is saying that I got a punch under the helmet in high school during a football game. And he had to swap out jersey, bled like crazy, 4 stitches worth. So
yeah, just back from the chin right on the bone, and I can still feel like the skin's healed, but I can still feel like a little spot where like I don't know how to describe it, like the meat on you is behind the skin there is kind of missing, like you can feel it.
Mistral Niblick, welcome. Good to see you tonight. Tells you JT buy a better chin.
Yeah, that's a buddy of mine. We went to the same school, so.
Well, cool. Head wounds bleed more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, see, our daughter had one where the chin busted, and it was like took forever to unload, to heal up with that.
Yeah, head and fingers because of all the hand because of all the little veins running through it.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, Miss, I forgot what I was going to talk about our kid's story earlier, so sorry for the best. I was like, dang it, it was going to be a good one.
Which I don't know which one it is. Is it probably just as well?
No, it was not bad. It just I lost track of where we were going. We changed streams again, like we always like to do. That's too funny. But hey, we got 9 people here hanging out with us. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being here. And let's see where the poll is. I was going to talk about the poll. 50% for Chinese, 40% Japanese, Greek 10%, which is basically 1 vote. We got 10 votes tonight so far. Thank you for everybody that's come through. Make sure you are still subbed to this channel. If you already subbed before, if you haven't, give us your sub. Let's get to that 500 mark. But thanks for hanging out with us tonight. In a kind of cool hangout tonight. Still got 5 people here with the panel and just doing some really, really cool stuff that we got here tonight. Let's see. Just looking for another couple of the. Here you go. Here's a good one. Star Trek fans.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. All right. Mistress. Yeah, imagine misspelling Fuchs on the side of the hill with trombones. Not weird at all. All right. So let me see here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. Again, courtesy of Mr. Angel. Rule of acquisition number 286. If somebody posts a quality meme, you're not only right to acquire it, you're obligated to acquire it.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So
once you have their memes, you never give it back.
No.
The Ferengi Code of Acquisition. I know that much.
Yeah, well, I will still say this. One of the disturbing things of Deep Space Nine was this character. The Ferengi were kind of, I don't know, interesting appearing to me, but he probably was one of the best characters, though, in a lot of the episodes I saw.
What did I
so, or is that not quite right? I mean, I'm sensing silence when I talk about Deep Space Nine. Is that one of those we shouldn't talk about anymore?
Oh, we can talk about it. It's just Ferengi are a huge topic to go into. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That thing about spelling the side that reminded me one year at Really for Life. High school was at that year. It's moved locations. Thankfully, they were metal bleachers. The stadium seating. They took they tried to take some like more the extra luminaria bags and spell out hope on it. But a wind came through and knocked some of them over, and then suddenly hope was on fire.
Mm. Wow. Well, I tell you, I don't know if I showed this one the other night, but I'm going to show it again, I guess, for anybody that may not be here. Is sign in the boys' bathroom. Scotty, don't beat me up yet. I'm going to take in in the line, go straight up.
Oh goodness. Oh, that is so. Oh my goodness.
Yes. So anyway, but that's cool. And yeah, absolutely. Good to see you tonight, Mr. Niblick. I think I've seen you before, but hey, probably because of friend of JT's. Friend of JT's is a friend of ours. Make sure everybody, well, we got Tim with us tonight. Make sure you subscribe. You're still subscribed and you are still getting the notifications. And Mr. Angel says Quark is the man. Uh-oh. You know the best topic of Star Trek to talk about. Uh-oh. I don't. Buddy likes Garrick the most. So, and what JT was favorite? Yeah, Garrick's your favorite, followed by O'Brien. Oh my goodness. Oh, Hunter is hurt again. 36-26. Yeah. Well, you got them chasing you. I think your offense is kicking around. You'll be good. Enjoy the ride, I will say.
What game is that?
Stanford at Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Niblick said, question do I trigger someone into a rant about the Star Trek hierarchy? You can try.
Yeah.
You can try.
I already told him I'm not taking the bait. It's like me if I start in about Darth Maul with you. You know, there's certain topics that we just don't bring up because
we know Darth Maul lives, so it doesn't.
He
really
does.
matter.
Darth Maul is freaking dead, permanently banned. Everything else. I don't care what the mouse said. I don't care what Filoni, or even if it was before the mouse. The guy got cut in half. There we go. That's it. Enough said. But hey. Hey, good night, Mandalorian. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Appreciate you being here.
Nighty-o.
Absolutely. So, but yeah, it's been fun tonight. Thanks for coming on, guys. And let's see if there's a couple more things we want to talk about. Let's see where our poll is in terms of the food.
Good night, Mandalorian.
It looks like we're here at 10 votes, and Chinese is still up 50-40. So hey, definitely a good thing. Is there any particular? Well, wait. I think we jumped off the tracks really quickly earlier again. What about Hocus Pocus makes it interesting? I mean, is there anything you could describe? Because I'm going to go in for a movie I put down for all these years and stuff. But going in, what about it made it a special movie to you, or that you enjoyed it? Y'all can take it at whoever wants to go first.
Never seen it.
Never seen it. All right, I'm in that boat
It
too.
was a fun movie. That's all. That's it. It just was a fun movie.
Okay.
I really like Sarah Jessica Parker in that movie. She played the ditzy blonde character, the ditzy blonde witch.
Yeah.
But I thought she did a good job.
I don't really remember much of it.
The whole like dance at the high school or whatever, the community center, whatever it was, where they're putting the spell on everybody, and everybody thinks it's like some kind of joke, and they sing and all that. Yeah, it's kind of a fun scene.
Well, it'd be funny if they would make a parody of it and have everybody do the time warp again. The Hocus Pocus, because I wanted to go back and touch on that again, because I think we moved off of it pretty quickly. But yes, Hocus Pocus 1993. Yeah, that's another movie that I've never watched before in the theater, was the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
What?
Oh yes.
And I've heard, is there something for, do they like initiate the people that have never seen it before?
PG-13. PG-13.
I know.
There's a lot of stuff that they do that we can't talk about.
Yes. Yes.
But basically, don't go as a newbie.
You go with trusted friends who will not who will give you enough information so you don't look like a newbie and you don't get it.
Yes.
Okay.
The
All right.
Mrs. speaks truth. Yes.
Yes.
I was that newbie, and yes.
Okay. Well, we've been married. We've been married 27 years. It'll be 28 in January. And I'm like, that's one thing I've always thought in the back of my mind, because I mean, she's so cool and hip and all that stuff, and she did that stuff years ago. But I'm like, I don't know. Part of me is kind of like, well, maybe we should do that once and go see that, because I
They
think they
don't.
still
I don't think they really
they
air
don't.
it anywhere
No,
anymore.
because I know at one time around town there was a big thing.
Oh yeah.
They would do it quite often, but
I actually dated a member of a Rocky cast once. Eye-opening experience. I'm going to keep it PG-13, but I'm just going to say, there is a whole culture around the live show, and the thing about the live shows, and this is PG-13, and this is important, is that when you have and the missus will back me up on this one, when you have the proper experience, it's a large enough stage in front of the movie screen where you have people who do a live action Rocky cast acting out the film as the film is being shown on the screen. So you're seeing Frankenfurter. You're seeing Frankenfurter on the screen, and then you got someone playing Frank live in front of you. And the same with Magenta, and the same with Riff Raff. And it becomes a combination of horror and burlesque and vaudeville.
Yep.
And that's what makes it special. The vibe of live theater mixed with a beloved film. Now, obviously, there's going to be some naughty elements involved. We don't talk about that tonight. But, whipped cream happens. Other things happen. And that's enough for now.
Okay.
so
It's a fun
basically,
experience, though. I went to one of those in high school. Yeah, it was fun.
that's what I would like to do, is the experience, because I've heard about it and stuff. I'd probably be culture shocked. I'd probably be
It is
dork
subculture
guy.
for sure.
I'd be that dork guy in the movie, probably walking in. I've seen frames and stuff like that. I've seen frames and still things and scenes and stuff to enough to know. But it's really so crazy that you think of like Tim Curry. All the
I
stuff
love
he's
Tim
done. But
Curry.
then Susan Sarandon was in it too.
Yes.
I'm like, dang, this big names coming from
It's a
something
cult
like
classic. But cult is the main word there.
And also two Antipodeans from my neck of the woods. So the woman who plays Columbia was very successful in stage musicals in Australia before she got the part in the film. And also Richard O'Brien is a New Zealander. He's the guy who actually wrote the original, starred in the original on stage, and is Riff Raff in the movie. So,
interesting.
And he is a massive science fiction and horror fan. So when he's singing the opening song, science fiction, and he's listing all of these things, he has seen all of those movies at least 20 times since he was a kid. And so for me, being the big geek, the big nerd, all right, I just love that no matter how naughty and how salacious the film is, it's coming from a decent, respectful place. And respect for Bela Lugosi, respect for Boris Karloff, respect for Christopher Lee, respect for Ray Milland, as Buddy knows. And Buddy brought that up earlier with X, the man with the X-ray eyes. Everything is coming from a very honest place, but they just had to throw a lot of naughtiness into it. They couldn't help themselves. And it was the early 1970s, right? Everybody was letting the freak flag fly, as they said in the 1970s. So, no
there
problem.
There was a bit of freak in that for sure.
Oh yeah, and Meatloaf. I mean, Mr. Angel brings up Meatloaf. Fantastic. And I mean, I do honestly.
Are we having Meatloaf
for
dinner? Oh, sorry.
It's so funny. Mr. Angel's like, you really you really want to unleash me on the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
No,
I'm
Mr.
scared.
Angel would make a great Frank. Mr. Angel, I'm sorry. I don't mean to compliment you in public. I know you get a little uncomfortable with that. You would make a fantastic Frankenfurter. Fantastic Frankenfurter. But also, see, I think you would be torn because I think intellectually and in terms of the actual lines in the movie, I think you would prefer playing Riff Raff. But I think you would make a great Frank.
That is it. I like I said, I think it'd be something cool to do with the missus because I've never done it before. I've only heard about it. So, but then again, and Mr. Angel takes that as a compliment.
Good. It was meant
Exactly,
as such.
so-
Good.
Exactly. See, that'd be something to like that, or I don't know. We used to watch musicals and stuff like that at times, and at times, and I think it is kind of cool watching new things that I'm not. So that's kind of what the Hocus Pocus tomorrow. I'm kind of looking forward to it to see something different outside of what I used to be like. Because you remember with Temple of Doom, I went in with one opinion. Now having watched it many years later,
Oh yeah.
I think
yeah.
you'll enjoy Hocus Pocus. If anything, the popcorn will be good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we do go for popcorn.
And Buddy Hepburn, yes, thank you for that. You're right, because honey,
Yes.
you touched on this the other night. Sarah
Yes.
Yuri is in Battlestar Galactica was that character, right?
And no spoilers,
Yeah.
technically a villain, but I love Ray Milland as a character actor, and he's been doing the good work since the late 1930s. People don't realize how old he is when he hits Battlestar Galactica. And there's so many great character actors. We're not going to do any spoilers. I know we got to save everything for the big show, but
Because that show is Tuesday night.
Yeah, you were quick on that button. You were quick
Yeah.
on that
Happens to
button,
be.
dude.
Exactly. With the great
Jesse
Lisa.
James got nothing on Dadman.
Exactly. So I'm always thinking, it gets me in trouble with the missus sometimes. She's like, damn it, quit thinking. Listen to what I finished my thought before you start thinking. So, yes. But yeah, JT Kirk, Lisa, and Hungry Boy will be here Tuesday night talking about the original Battlestar Galactica. Yes, go ahead. Keep talking about Ray Milland.
Well,
Sorry,
I mean,
couldn't help.
the thing was he was a very serious actor, and he did, like a lot of serious actors, he did a fair amount of Shakespeare, and because he adopted, like I did, he adopted a transatlantic accent. That's not actually his real accent. His original accent was very British. Very, very British. And for someone to go through all the steps it took to navigate the landmines of creating a career in Hollywood, in early Hollywood, and then maintain that career through the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, I've got to pay respect to the man. And I'm so glad he was in such a wonderful show as Battlestar Galactica, because when people come from what is referred to as Hollywood majesty and Hollywood glory, and they show some respect to what we like, us little geeks, right? That means a lot. It really, I mean, it is like Santa Claus patting you on the head and saying, you're going to get a good toy this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Lisa?
Yep.
Well, I was just thinking about Fred Astaire for that matter. That was
Oh,
in the
yeah.
series. So they brought in a lot of old time actors.
Yes.
I think for nostalgia bait, maybe for the older audience.
I'm
was
going to be a
watching at the
Pollyanna,
time.
Lisa. I'm going to be a Pollyanna. I think it was because they respected them and knew what they could do, and they were giving some old timers some jobs. I'm not going to be as cynical and say it was nostalgia bait.
Well, for the
It does
audience,
happen.
I think it was. I don't know about their careers per se, but I think the audience did appreciate
Yes.
to see them in a futuristic program.
Yes. I did.
And Ray Bulger, I believe, was in it too.
Yes.
So they brought in a
Yes.
lot of old time classic character actors. And I think I enjoyed seeing it as a viewer, so, and to me, it's nostalgia bait.
Okay.
But see, but in all
Yeah, I
honesty,
think
let me-
nostalgia bait. I kind of when I hear that word, I think that more negative. But
Oh, I
know
don't
how
think
you're.
so.
I know how
think it's a
you're saying
positive.
it. I know how
Oh, okay.
you're meaning it. But a lot of times now, a lot of the stuff that's done is done.
Like member berries is considered a bad thing, but I consider member berries actually a good thing if you enjoy the program.
Well, from your perspective, now I agree with you. But I understand what the missus is saying, that from the other perspective of member berries and nostalgia bait, I know, I mean, we're not going to mention the huge channels, right? We're not going to mention those.
Yeah,
But
no.
they use that term as the missus is
As a
referring
negative.
to. It's totally pejorative. Totally pejorative.
Okay, I'm
And I
going to take the
disagree.
negative. I'm going to take maybe a negative. I don't like member berries. I view them as negative because when I've seen them mostly implemented, and I'm going to say some of the stuff with Ahsoka,
Mhm.
it's like it's just out of place, out of time. They've juxtapositioned something from somewhere else to stick it in here, and to me it doesn't fit in time and context. They just throw something in, whatever. Like we had C-3PO walking out
Right.
to represent as the thing instead of
But they
Leo
used
Organa.
member berries incorrectly. You know, if it was
Okay,
properly done,
Hmm.
I think we would all enjoy it and think of it more as a positive.
I
Like Battlestar Galactica did.
Yes.
They
yes.
brought in these great old characters. I mean, they could have brought anybody to play Sayuri.
Excellent,
So-
excellent point. And Lisa,
Yeah.
I want to agree with you because let's think about that character for a moment because we've all been reviewing the series, you know, in anticipation of us doing the stream on this channel. But I mean, I have to ask myself, could anyone available at that time done as well with that role as Mr. Milland did? And I don't think there were many people who could.
Well, I think Gregory Peck, if he was still around, which I think he was,
Oh, yeah.
that would have worked.
Now,
I
He
don't
didn't
know
do
if they
much
could have
genre
gotten
stuff,
him
though.
though.
He
the
didn't do
thing
much genre
also,
stuff.
you want to talk about member berries in context.
Mr. Angel,
and is
real
it
quick.
done
Let me say
correct?
good night to Mr. Angel. He's got to start his day.
Good night, Mr. A.
Thank you,
for
sir.
being
Good night,
here.
Mr.
You were
Angel.
Thanks,
hilarious
Mr. Angel.
tonight.
All right, sorry. Go
I
ahead,
mean, you
JT.
just warmed my soul tonight. You were the cherry on top of my good day Sunday tonight, Mr.
All
A.
right.
Thank you.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, and man, the thing about member berries, you know, I was like you for a very long time, and I took a little step back because things like Battlestar Galactica remake had a lot of them. They did it right. I think the
They
key
did.
is if you take the member berries out, what else is left on the show?
Mm.
And with Ahsoka, the answer's nothing.
Exactly.
And
They
so
did it
that's when the
wrong.
member berries make you angry. Now,
Mm.
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica, the new one,
Yes.
there's so
The
much
reboot?
there. I watched the reboot before I watched the original, so I didn't even know what the member berries were. And the show was great. You know, it wasn't
Yeah.
fan service and member berries or nostalgia bait, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
You cut it out of the film or the TV series, whatever it may be, and the show stands on its own. Fine.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know, that's where I think I am because I know the kid in me would love to see C-3PO again
Yeah.
Mm.
at the end of the day. But if there's nothing else there, it's insulting. It's patronizing. We don't need it.
Mm.
That's the biggest thing, and I agree with that.
But I will say sometimes it is contingent on the intent of the creator.
Mm.
When they did Battlestar Galactica, it was not to exploit the property or the people. It was to pay homage to them, you know, and that there are stuff now, and I think that's why when you say nostalgia bait or stuff now, it kind of hits me wrong. At this time, the majority of it is not done to honor the piece of work or honor whoever they have come in to do a part. It is to solely get people to watch it by hook or by crook. They don't give a
Right.
shit whether they do it justice or not. They don't care about the actors that they have do it. It's just to get viewers or bucks. And I think that's why that word kind of
I
has a little
understand.
negative now because
Yeah.
of that. in the
I agree
past,
with you,
you know,
and it is capitalizing on previous talent and previous effort,
Right.
and when
yes,
something is capitalizing on something, sometimes there's a very fine line. It is a hair's breadth between capitalization upon and exploitation of. So I get what
yes,
you're saying entirely.
yes.
Right. Let me go ahead and stuff because I can't believe
Snorty.
it. Snort Poopus, hello, humans and other critters.
Oh,
We've
He's
been
up
hello.
going
way
on.
past
He's
his
actually, I
bedtime.
think he's waking up probably. But hey, good
Good morning.
morning, Snort Poopus, and you threw the mushrooms at him already.
I
So
did.
exactly.
Well, that might
Oh,
get him back
Lisa's-
to
Lisa's
sleep.
Oh, yeah.
ninja with the mushrooms. Those
I'm
come
in.
out fast and furious.
Yeah, hungry. I see Mr. Angel's got me in y'all's Discord now. So,
Just- dude, I mean, Mr. Angel, I love you, but man, you are
Oh.
Sith. You
Oh,
are
that's-
Sith, not Jedi. You are
exactly.
just luring us
Snort
in.
Poopus. Yeah. I thought you were staying overnight over there, but you actually went over and came back. Well, glad you made it back.
That's
Glad
a
you made
long
it back.
day.
But Buddy Hepburn, actually, let me hit something with Wade real quick because it's sports. And yeah, I tell you what, though, if y'all could stop
Sorry.
and see, I think y'all gonna keep running the ball. Y'all gonna win this game. But yeah, it's a close game against Stanford right now.
Phrasing, Gamecocks handily.
Yes, I didn't even realize there was a way that's yes.
I mean,
That's a
Lisa will
double
get
right
this-
in there. So hey,
Lisa
but
will
I
get
do want to
this-
hit.
Ooh,
I
sorry.
want to hit this real quick with Buddy though, because I believe that this is as I remember the way contracts and actors used to work. It was not so much independent. Weren't they contracted to studios and stuff like that? Because this
Not-io,
point is
Mr. A.
there were
Not-io.
still studio productions, so a lot of character actors were under contracts on those productions because they were under contract to the studios. Correct?
Yes.
That is correct, but that was changing very much around 1973 onward. But Buddy is absolutely correct. With I mean, there are a lot of actors and actresses that I really respect, and I regret finding out through their reminiscences that they were forced to do films that they did not want to do because of the studio contracts. And it's always it's a little bit hurtful. I mean, Lisa knows what I mean, being an equal geek to me. When somebody says, "Oh, I didn't want to do this sci-fi or horror movie, I was forced to do," and it's like, "Oh, I didn't need to know that,"
Yeah,
Right.
like Harrison Ford for crying out
Oh,
loud.
God, that hurt.
Ever since I heard playing Han Solo was beneath his skills, ever
Oh.
since the first movie, I've always had a kind of a bad taste in my mouth whenever he did the role.
I know.
Like, are you doing this because you really want to do it, or I just ugh.
or
Just
because
shut your
you're
mouth
owing
and
too much
act,
on
really.
taxes?
Yeah, I
Don't
think
do a movie because you owe taxes. Don't do that. Find something you love. But yeah, I mean, it just feels sometimes like they meaning anyone in that boat you're describing, Lisa, that they don't really understand that sometimes we're not just being losers who collect things. We're actually appreciating their performance artistically, and it meant a lot to us whether we were kids or teenagers or in our 20s. It just
Just do
I
your
mean, Adam
job
West
and
never did this.
go back
Adam
into
West.
the woodwork.
I agree with Lisa with this because the whole thing is it transcends just that him playing that role. It affects me every time I see him on any role, really, even Andy sometimes, because I'm like, the role that made him, as far as I know, was not. I mean, yeah,
Was
he
Han
popped up
Solo.
in American Graffiti. Raiders of the Lost Ark came after actually Empire, didn't it? So the
Yes.
role that really made him was Star Wars.
Yes.
Yes.
So you know what? And I hate that disrespect for the role that, like you said, made him. Because
Yes.
had it not been that, he would not have got Indiana Jones.
Can I point out something and ask the missus
And how old was
and
he when
Jess?
he got that role? He was not a young kid doing that.
No,
No,
but I would like
because
to.
he
I
was
would
much
like to
older
ask.
than Carrie Fisher was. So
I would like to
Yeah,
ask
go
the
ahead.
missus. Much older. In fact, that was a scandal. The fact that they were sleeping together when she was only 19. But
Right.
I would like to ask the missus and Jess and Lisa something. Now, because I'm a little tiny bit older than Dadman. I remember when I
Josh has
remember
got a
when
call.
That's my general alert.
oh, do you
Time to
need
play Fortnite.
oh, but I mean
There you
when I was a kid, and this is in two countries, there was a lot of merchandise that came out from Star Wars almost immediately, and some of them were school folders. These cardboard school folders with these beautiful photographic depictions of the characters, stills from the movie. And I remember if I was in a class of 25 kids and there were 14 girls, I remember there being at least 10 girls who had Harrison Ford as Han Solo as school folders and were swooning over him. Swooning. And I just think if
Was
they
I one
loved
of
him
them?
that
No,
pardon?
No, I wasn't one of them
I
either.
was not one of them.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, I was
Um,
more of a Luke Skywalker.
Oh, that's cool. What about you, Lisa?
I was more of a Luke Skywalker.
That's
That
cool.
was
So you
Lisa.
guys like the country boy.
I was.
I like the
I'm going to tell
blonde.
you. You want to know who I liked out of them? Okay, this is going to be weird.
Okay.
I really like Carrie Fisher. I loved Princess Leia, and I loved Chewbacca. Those are my ghosts. The guys I didn't care. Luke Skywalker was a whiny little asshole, and Harrison Ford was this prick.
Well,
I mean,
I wasn't thinking about personality. I was just thinking of looks.
yeah,
Oh,
I
Lisa.
Oh,
understand. I mean, that's fine, but I'm just was like, I kind of, I liked Princess Leia because she was, she was a princess.
She was tough.
She wasn't, yeah, she was
She was
tough.
in charge.
But she
Oh yeah.
wasn't, but she wasn't, you, she didn't
She stood
lose
her
any of
ground.
her femininity
Yeah,
for being a strong woman.
right.
But
And
also
I,
she was funny. She was very funny, and that is a very feminine trait, and it's something that is very sexy and attractive to men when women can be funny. And she was hilariously funny in the first Star Wars. And she had comedic timing. She had it all. And so yeah, I had a crush on Leia, most certainly. And it was one of the few times where a male kid, could actually have some merchandise of a female character and not have someone sit there and make a bad joke, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
No,
Hmm.
no. And hell to West Cagle. West Cagle's coming in through. West Cagle, you better, well, I don't say you better, please vote in our poll because we had a tie a minute ago, last time I checked. It was, we needed the tie broken,
So we're
hopefully.
begging
So,
you to vote.
Snorta Poopa said the wine is strong with the Skywalkers.
Oh,
He's on the male side. He is. Look at Anakin. He's
Yeah.
there. As a,
God, you're
as a
right.
big teenager, he's dirt. He's course.
Oh.
And then when he was a kid, the pod racer, you're an angel. Anyway, sorry, but anyway.
They were all whiny.
Yeah. Yeah, they were all whiny. So let me make sure. Let me see if we got we got a vote. We're gonna cancel. We're gonna close the poll right now since we have a winner. What is your favorite food to eat? Chinese will win with 42. Actually, no. Somebody snuck a vote in on me.
that's funny.
Somebody literally snuck.
It's
Is
a
this
tie.
Chicago? So it's like
Okay.
somebody snuck a 14th vote in. It tied at 42 Chinese and Japanese.
Ooh.
Just for that, JT left.
I
He was
swear.
mad.
Oh my JT. Oh no.
JT, where'd you go?
But oh my gosh, can you believe that? I was like, I closed the poll seeing 13 votes. Next thing I know, boom, But let's do something for Snorta Poopas. I think it's Snorta Poopas when it comes to military and retro stuff and all that. So let's look at this. I can't remember if I saw this other night, but we'll do it anyway. We've got here for Caesar's sake. I said testudo formation, not tuxedo formation.
Oh, boy.
It's a military formation joke. Har,
Uh,
har, har.
Wow.
I'm
Oh,
sure Snorta
Rocco.
Poopas is just rolling.
Rocco is Rocco. Rocco, good to see you tonight. He's like, I was the last vote before you canceled hitting like. I hit Chinese. Howdy, y'all. Oh,
Hello,
gosh.
Rocco.
Good to see you tonight, Rocco, as always. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, it's just funny how that happened. And we got 10 people still watching us, but we'll probably go ahead and wrap up here in just a second. But listen,
Oh, shoot.
thanks.
Oh, no, no, no.
Thank you for everybody that's been here. I'm just going to see if there's one more. Golly, you know what we need to have is somebody being an official squirrel counter to see how many topics we cover within the same show.
That will
And
not be
maybe
me. I'm the artist, not the numbers dude.
No, not me.
I'll do it. I'm good with numbers.
Lisa.
27,
I'll
I
do
think, is
it.
that right now.
Not starting tonight. I didn't keep tally because there was a lot.
Yeah.
I would say 27 as well, Mrs.
Oh, Jess is back. Jess got kicked too.
Wow.
So
Nah, the device I was using got mad for some reason.
okay. And we lost JT. He might have had to run, but hey, oh my gosh, folks, it has been a blast tonight. See,
He's just had
all you
enough of
people
this voting.
and Wes Cagle said that was me. You said vote. I voted Japanese.
Wrong one. Just
Yep.
kidding.
There you go. Oh, you guys so much. That reminds me of a YouTube streamer out there does a lot of military stuff, especially on engineering as a background's engineering, and I want to watch it. They spent about an hour with another historian of a book that I read. It's one of those 300-page books, and then 200 pages plus were reference material. It was like very heavy, but yeah. But basically, at the Battle of Midway, they actually found the Akagi, and there's an underwater viewing of it. That's something that I do want to see. Oh, JT said the internet went out and is troubleshooting. That happened to us the other night, and it was like I think Jess, Hungry, and was it Appion? We're all had to keep the stream running for us. It's just crazy when that happens. So give him a second, but yeah, it's it's just very interesting. I will say, folks. Man, okay, so we will get to the great old the great Hocus Pocus tomorrow, and I'll let y'all know what I think of it. So
Oh dear.
What? Oh dear.
Well, I mean, I was shutting up, but I will say one thing I like about Hocus Pocus because you were asking.
Yes, please do. Please do.
The thing I really like about it is in the concept that builds the script, where you have these three characters who actually are out of time, out of place. They come back and they're having to deal with the modern world and just having no understanding of it whatsoever. And when you mix that kind of element of comedy with fake horror, and what I mean by fake horror, it's like, G-rated, PG-rated horror. It makes for delightful script moments, and it allows the actors to really shine, depending on what lines they're given. So I think the screenwriters enjoyed what they were creating, and I think the actresses really enjoyed what they were given by the screenwriters. And you see a film when everybody's on board with something, and this goes back to the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and everyone's enjoying what they're doing. It just gives you a feel-good moment. That's all. Mm-hmm. And I'm a mushy little bunny today. You know that. I said that at the top of it. So I'm going to be very forgiving about everything for the next 6 hours.
Well, like I said, I'll give it a fair shot tomorrow. See how it goes. So let's do another meme real quick.
I'll back you up if you hate it. I'll back you up if you hate it. No problem.
Okay, I know you will. I know you're fair.
I won't.
There you go. Wow, just the love. Well, here's a parenting hack for you. When punishing your kids, don't just take away their electronics. Take their charger and watch the fear in their eyes as they use it less and less while the battery slowly dies.
That seems very Mr. Angel to me.
You lock it up in a box that they can see.
Oh!
And they have to earn back the code, the combination.
I've seen that one about the charger. Or also the thing about take it But like leave it there, but unplug it, and because I don't know if it's as much now, but you know how like a lot of times the uh power plug has like little holes going through the plug in part, and put a lock through that, so it's still sitting there, but they can't charge it.
That's so mean.
Wow.
Oh, that seems a bit sadistic.
It is.
It is, she says,
Yeah.
without any guilt in her voice. It is,
Yep.
and that'll teach him a lesson, says the missus.
Well, JT's back. Hey, JT.
Hey there.
Okay.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Well, it happens. I know it happened to us before, so jeez.
I mean, I'm so old. The big punishment was taking away my monster magazines and comic books. That was the big thing.
Mm.
Oh,
We I tried. I didn't work because I was such a wuss. But like changing the passcode to the internet, and they had to get stuff done to get the passcode back. But I just
I
got
approve of
so
that.
but I got so tired that I just gave it to him. I didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, fine, whatever.
There
So,
you go. Well, hey, we did get our 20th like. We'll go ahead and wrap up here because we've gone on about 2.5 hours. It's
oh
nearly
wait, let me
2.
show how much I've done.
Oh shoot! Yes, please go ahead. Sorry
full
about
screen? Full screen?
that. I will do that. Yes. Yes,
Let
I
me get a
will.
piece of paper so you can see a little better.
No, I'm going full screen.
Go solo layout to the missus
look
here.
at
So
that.
that's that side.
Wow.
Oh,
And I got to do the top over here, obviously, but this is it opened up.
The detail on that.
And this
They're
is
so
the
cute.
inside.
I love it.
And I also got done elements that the little kitty cat that's going on the very top. Oh, soju
that's
cat.
such a cute kitty.
Isn't it cute with the little soju bottle? Yay!
Oh, yay.
And a little sign that's just putting a sticker on. Really, that one was
Aw.
easy.
I love
And that's
minks. They're so cute.
and that's what I've got done.
Good girl. You got a
So,
lot
yeah.
done.
It was fun.
I bet you did
I'm
good
now
with that.
obsessed. I'm now obsessed, and so I'll probably work on
More.
finishing it. I showed. I can't wait. I don't see how these people could do something and say, "Well, we're just going to leave it until the next stream."
Oh, dude, no, wait a second. Matt, again, dude is neuter gender, right? When we're talking about bison buddies, like women are bison buddies too. Speaking of, I
just wanted clarity on the bros part.
I was dying from exhaustion, but watching you, you were halfway through that bison, and we had finished the stream, and I was like, I am not going to bed until she completes this.
And
Oh.
I'm going to finish it tonight.
Yeah, you did,
This-
and it was glorious, and it was so gratifying seeing the completion of that task.
Yes, this one it's easier. That one I couldn't take the pieces away. So they were just setting out. This one I've got them in containers. I learned,
Oh, right.
and there were
And
so many more.
And
So.
we were going through shock seeing how tiny some of those pieces
Oh,
were the other night.
This piece
Mhm.
is humongous
Ah!
compared to the piece that there it is to my finger now.
Yeah.
Compared to the piece in that other one. The other
Yeah.
one, take that in half and then half it both ways, and that was one of these. It was insane. And I've got lots of those to do.
I'll be, old person joke here, Mrs. I would actually
Yes.
need to get new prescription glasses to be able to
Mhm.
see that, like bifocals, trifocals, something. I would not be able to do what you were
Yeah.
doing right now.
That's why I have the magnifying glass.
Mm.
And a lot of it's the lighting. It's not the best lighting here. So yeah. But I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah. I do want to address something. And JT, if you have that where you can show it, feel free to show it. We'll take a second and look at it real quick.
Sure.
But Snorta Poopa said Akagi, one bomb from Dick Best, kaboom. Yes, and actually, if you know the story about that, the whole wing was going, the whole squadron was going after the Kaga, and he saw his dive got fouled up by another dive bomber, and so he managed to get two guys together as wingmen to go chase after the Akagi, and it was the one bomb that really started it all to sink the ship. And of course, the Akagi and the Kaga were two of the carriers that were part of the uh, attack on Pearl Harbor. I say that with a specific purpose because on a special time on Sunday, November 5th at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, I'm going to be talking to Cred Sox, Carol, who plays Fortnite with us from time to time, who went to Pearl Harbor and visited and got some pictures to come back to talk about those. So that is very interesting. Hope you can join us for that. And JT points at something that I was what I wanted to watch. Drakenfell was another very big, and especially on the engineering side. And it's not just World War II. He got the steamships, sail ships, all kinds of stuff. They had a 53-minute segment on the ships of Midway and diving on the Akagi. So it was I'm looking forward to see that particular stream.
Right. I think that one's going to get a ton of hits. It looks really cool.
Exactly. Yeah, the Kaga get hammered. I mean, it was just getting pounded by the whole squadron, and it's like, hey, and the Akagi was about to get away, but anyway. So, all right. Let me take you off the solo layout. Let me see, why will it not let me take you down from this solo layout? All right, now JT, are you ready to show what you've got?
Oh, sure. Let me see.
It's show and tell with Dadman tonight.
Yay!
I'm
Show
not
and tell
showing
fun.
anything.
So, okay, let me see here. Should let me do that. And can everybody see it?
I don't see it yet.
You got. I see it here. Here.
I don't see. I just see his
Ah,
avatar.
there we are. There we are.
Oh,
Okay,
hello.
so we were talking a little bit earlier at the beginning of tonight's show about how there are other, non-Lego branded bricks and sets that you can put together. And I always wanted Star Trek sets when I was a kid, or Star Wars. And Lego hadn't really gotten into licensing for that. Well, there's a company in Germany called Blue Bricks. And they do currently have the Star Trek license through CBS.
And folks, let me do a little quick disclaimer, and I got to roll it here. These are discussed only for informational purposes. They're not intended to be sold or encouraged to be bought by people, period, much less under the age of 18. Look at the scroll at the bottom to make sure that you understand. We're just talking about this from a standpoint of
It's
things
cool.
that you can do and collect. It's cool.
Sure,
okay.
sure.
Sorry,
Yes,
JT.
yes,
I had
thank
to
you. No,
jump
that's
in there because
that's an important thing to get out of the way. So,
Yes.
So you can get some smaller sets here, and everything is in millimeters. So I can translate that with Google. That's about an 8-inch long Type 2 phaser. So these two gentlemen here have some YouTube videos. If you can speak German, it'd probably be beneficial for you. But they're handheld size, right? So that's just a kind of a cool thing. And 17 euros is roughly $17.
Oh wow!
So I mean, you can get in pretty low on that. All considering now it does get more expensive. So the next one I wanted to show, the first one was 361 pieces. The next one, 536 pieces. So you're getting out of the small set and more into something.
Snorter Poopa said that last one was a weird looking stapler. And
That
hello
was
to
what I was
Rabbit.
laughing at. That's hilarious.
Hello, Rabbit Slug Ouchies. Good to see you tonight.
So the next one, obviously, is the 1701A. This one is about a foot long. So you're starting to get, into something a little bit larger. I think you can see the folks down here. I'm not going to play the videos just to keep
And
things a
these
little
are all
bit.
handheld.
This one's about a foot long. You can see
Oh, that's big.
this guy. Yeah, a foot long, or 340 millimeters in length. So you're getting bigger there. And then the full-sized ones that they have, this one is 1,700 pieces. So you're talking about Technic size territory.
Too much work for me. Yeah.
And the
Really
price
not
is
that bad.
climbing. but what is that? 450 some odd millimeters. It's about 17 3/4 inches in length. And if you look, you can get into the actual Delta Flyer, and they've got Tom's,
Wow.
thing in there, and then
That
the
is
rear
really
seat.
cool.
It's quite detailed.
Yep.
That
So
is really cool.
$130 is starting to get where I can't really justify it right now.
But for all
No.
those pieces, I mean,
No.
You get you get a good build experience for that,
Do,
right?
do you have to? I bet the shipping is what's going to kill you.
oh, good
Uh,
point.
At this price point, I did look that up. At this price point, it's free in Germany over 120 euros, I think is what they said. But to ship to the US, it's about $30. It's insane to go to Australia.
Yeah.
They will only ship by boat to Canada, which was really odd. But
That really sucks. I mean, this
Mullet-
is something. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Mollusk lives matter according to Snortopupus, and we got some slug. All we need is a snow messiah in here too. Dang
You beat
nerds.
me to it, dude. Yeah.
Rabbit
mighty
slug would like
mollusk.
would like a phaser rifle if it works.
so you bring that up. The next one here is a 2,273 piece Star Trek Phaser Rifle Type 3, which was in First Contact.
Yeah.
And you
yeah.
can see, without me clicking in there, let me see if I can get the picture any larger. That is somebody that's probably just a hair under 6 feet tall. So that is a full-size Star Trek phaser rifle, plastic
It looks really good for building blocks.
model.
Mm.
So
That is really cool.
yeah, so this is the kind of stuff I wish I had as a kid. And if I watch Mark D with a C too much, it might end up in my house.
That's why they call him the enabler.
Yes, you gotta love him.
And my nickname for him is Lampwick, meaning Lampwick from Pinocchio. He's the one that you hear Pinocchio, you're like, I'm going to be a good boy. And Lampwick's going, hey, how about a beer? How a cigar? How about a cigar? That's Mark. He's Lampwick.
Now
It's just $200.
yeah, so
Nothing.
I'm more than halfway through what I wanted to share on here, but the length on this, now this is a Lego, or I keep saying Lego, it's a brick art piece of art that you can put on your wall that is 40 inches the long way, and this was in Picard's ready room.
Yeah.
You can remember that. That was a painting up above, I think, one of the couches. So you could legitimately frame this and then put it up in your place if you wanted.
Oh, wow.
If that meant something to you. Now,
If I put all the work into that, yeah, I would be.
yeah,
ready.
oh yeah, and for something as exorbitant as that,
Yes.
This one I think would be my favorite. It's just shy of 2,900 pieces, but it is the Enterprise from the TV show.
That one I
That's
would
good,
like.
too.
One thing I'd like to see maybe is a little more detail that you might see with like a Lego brand that you may not see here, right? It's a little plain for what you're paying for it, but the piece count is very high, so you're going to have a good build experience. It's not a 12 piece set and you're done in 5 minutes, right?
Right.
This one I'm intrigued by. It's 852 pieces. It's an advent calendar, something Lego does not do. So I
But
guess
Lego
looks like
does
that.
do advent calendars.
Oh, they do
don't
now?
Yes,
Okay.
they do. But they don't
I
do
stand
Star
corrected.
Trek ones. But
Right.
but
So
yeah, a lot of times what those are, or they'll have like the little mini figures, not necessarily that detailed, not necessarily that great. But it's kind of a cool thing if
me as a little kid would not mind if they were tiny. It would have been like,
Yep.
oh,
it would have
man.
been cool. Yeah.
Exactly.
I got 3 more here real quick. They do have over 1,000 different models. So anything from World War II battleships to this old stuff. So this is the Hohenzollern Castle. And this is almost 9,000 pieces.
Holy cow!
So it is a steep buy, but it's out of stock because you better believe collectors were buying this thing
I
up.
tell you what, I would not
that's
encourage
amazing.
anybody to buy that because
Oh,
it's
I
like,
would.
oh my
That's the
gosh,
first
too
thing I
much
would have
money.
bought.
Jeez. Hey,
But
the Galactic Overlord, that's for the Galactic Overlord spies. It's like, hey, look, I'm like, keep your money. I was like, yeah, I'm not encouraging anybody to buy anything at that kind of rate. Jeez. I wouldn't
But
even
you
buy
know
that if
that's
there's a
like
golden Death
that's
Star.
equivalent to like the Eiffel Tower that Lego did, and some of
mhm.
the huge the Titanic one that Lego did.
This is
They're
something
huge.
you build
Yeah.
it and you put a glass case around it and you put it
Yes.
in
Yeah.
your fun room, right? And they
Yes.
have other ones like this is the Dome Cathedral in Cologne.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh,
I've been there
Oh.
and I've been all the way to the top. It is a
Mhm.
long climb up winding
Envious,
staircases.
envious, my man, envious. I wish I could have gone there, but oh,
Yep.
the architecture. You can understand as an illustrator how this speaks to me, and the time that someone would put into this. It's like the old stories, like you were saying. Put it into a glass case. It's like when your grandfather, your great grandfather, actually had the ship in the bottle, and
Mhm.
nobody was going to touch that after all that
yeah.
work.
Well,
Yeah.
let me interrupt real quick because if Wade is still out there,
Wait.
dude, man, yeah, it could be bad. 1-4 Stanford is at Colorado 4-2 right now. They were in the second overtime, tied at 43. Colorado did not score, so Stanford with this possession, all they need to do is score, and they win. So Wade, I understand your nerves.
So then the last one here I wanted to share,
Mm.
um, I think is really cool, especially if you're a big naval guy. And this
Oh.
one, 1110 millimeters.
Got to go full screen. Give me a moment. There we go.
Oh, I will in a second here. 43 inches. So
Oh,
you're looking at darn
oh,
near, what is that, 3.5 feet long
Wow.
on this.
wow.
So I am going to full screen these
Nice.
pictures. This is not a small kit. Just looking at it from head on, that is some impressive design work there.
Yes.
Let's see if it'll do the next
Oh,
one here. It even
yeah.
has your
Yeah.
under the back, you've got your rudders and
Oh, it's got
propellers.
those Osprey fighter,
Yes.
those Osprey jet planes on it. So yeah,
Yep. And then you've got some on deck, you've got this crane that moves around. And the other thing here, yeah, it has a Seahawk and Osprey. Let's see, this transport Hawkeye, which I don't know if they're still flying that. One of these, it's either that or the Prowler. The Navy just retired, but then you have your Super Hornet there as well. And this is a Nimitz air wing. So that is really cool. And of course, they have the Prince Eugen, the Nagato or Nagato.
I'm not gonna. I don't mean to go full geek here, but I'm just getting beautiful space cruiser Yamato vibes off of this.
Yes.
Oh man,
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. And I mean that was a real ship that got translated into manga and anime. Okay, but it was a real ship, the Yamato, and
the
it was.
Yamato,
I mean,
yes. It's one of the
I mean, it
world's
was so
largest
beautifully.
battleships.
You know, Dadman. And the thing is, you look at this thing. You think, how is that floating? Look at it. How is that still staying afloat on the ocean? And I love military vessels like this. And it's not just because my granddad served on one. It's just because the design of it is so intense. It boggles my mind how these things actually work.
Yeah.
The physics
So
of them. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing for now, Dadman, just to give you the heads up. But I felt like that was a cool segment because the missus was showing a bison that was not Lego brand, but it is the same building block kind of idea that's really cool. And then she did a really cool build tonight. And
thank you.
I'm just
thank
saying,
you for that, JT.
oh, sure. I'm just
That's
saying.
what I think is so neat is that there's so much out there that if you want to do something that's a little more fastidious without having to pay a fortune, and I'm going to push that because I mean, and I love Legos. I mean, I've got a whole shelf that I've got all my Lego bricks, organized on because I'm a geek and that's what I do. But sometimes they're a little pricey.
They are
And
because you're
and
paying
and
for the
when you
engineering, you know.
you're paying for the name also, I think, because these
Yeah.
to me this you cannot tell me that this is any is not as engineered
Mm,
any worse than Lego, that it's not good. It's
yes.
just you're paying for a name and some of the licensing because you
Yeah.
can't get them anywhere else.
Yeah,
And
and
I will
I
admit,
can back you up. Oh,
a big Korean fan, and yeah,
mm,
I had to go get the BTS Lego set
mm.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, listen,
because
I'm sorry. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, you're talking about that. I was going to go on a different squirrel track real
No, you
quick
can go on a different scroll track.
because but the Yamato was mentioned, but basically, she was the heaviest and most powerful battleship ever built.
Mm.
Uh, if you ever know about her, she had 18-inch guns. You
Yeah.
know, huge structure, huge, just so many, so thick, and it took 12 bombs and 7 torpedoes to finally sink the Yamato.
She was the
So
Oh wow!
Godzilla of war vessels before
yes,
Godzilla existed.
Before Godzilla was
exactly.
Godzilla.
Yes,
Gojira! Gojira! 1954! Gojira!
yes, and the IG, the
Goes.
Imperial
How do you say
Japanese
it?
Navy
Say it one more
Nagato.
time.
Gojira. G
Okay,
Gojira.
O Gojiro. Gojira.
Mrs. Can you explain to Rapid Slug what you're doing right now?
I have got this Lego building block set. It is not a Lego brand,
Mm.
and I am on step 57, and I am putting it together, and it's going to end up looking. I'm hoping the light you can get it without the light glaring it too much. It's going to look like that. It's a little tea set, and it closes up small, and
That
this
box
is
is
it.
awesome too.
And
Sorry, it looks
yes,
great.
Yeah.
and this is
Yeah.
it. Just in my, I'm gonna put it in my hand so you can kind of see um, how big it is. This is the
People in the chat.
size
Rabbit, come
of.
on.
Whoops, there. That's the size. So this is what I've done. It's basically a block build that I'm
Mm.
doing, and it's been really fun. And have a
Yeah,
nice little
I
cat.
bet.
I
Wee
couldn't do it.
wee wee wee.
So, folks, just because Lego doesn't make it doesn't mean the same kind of build doesn't exist. And you can have your childhood kind of wishes or dream. You could relive some of it if you want, or just do
Yeah.
something fun. It
And
doesn't even have to be the company I showed. It could be the one that the missus is using.
yeah,
But,
I'm going to tell you. Trying to think how to say. Just search the Amazon. Amazon. Yep.
Yep.
Will
Yep.
you can find some
And
really cool stuff on
Wes
there.
Cagle talked about the IJ and Nagato. Well, Nagato actually was a
Full screen, full screen.
battleship
Yes, I'm hitting full
that
screen.
survived. Yes, exactly. So
Oh, look
it's
at that.
that's the real live. It actually survived the war when the Yamato and others didn't. This one survived, and
and didn't we nuke it
after the,
after the war?
probably you never know. You never know. It's just just amazing. But you can tell how old it is with those turrets on it. It was
But,
definitely.
I
an
mean,
older
look at the
ship.
tower of it. I don't understand the physics of how this thing can stay afloat and withstand heavy storms and winds. It looks
It's
like it would just go
displacement
over.
and where the mast is located below the water line.
Okay,
It's
right.
a big science. It's a big science on that. A lot of the earlier French battleships were not very seaworthy because
Yeah.
they put too much mass above the waterline. And sure, the displacement could keep it afloat, but it had a lot of those ships had a nice way of wanting to tip a little too far over.
Yep. Yep. Well, hey, before we start another 3 hours stream on that topic, which I we got store to poopus here, JT. I mean, we could go crazy with that. But hey, thanks everybody for being here tonight. I'm going to say thank you to everybody that came on. Jess, thank you too for you got anything you want to say before we close?
No, I'm good.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us. Well, thank you for hanging out with us,
Thank
and thanks for
you.
chiming in when things allowed. So we appreciate you
Oh,
being here. So
Yeah.
Rabbit
and
slug, yeah, we've been
thanks
on
for
for over
always sending
3
me those.
hours.
Yeah, thank you for always sending
Hmm?
me all the food memes and other things. So that's
Oh yeah.
appreciated. Yeah, JT, Lisa, thank you as always.
Pleasure's all ours.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely, and I'm going to jump on Fortnite for at least a few minutes after this. So you
Oh,
gonna
do you see they've added the Fortnite Mirror's fish stick in?
the what?
The zombie fish stick.
No,
Oh,
I
they have
don't.
this zombie fish stick.
He's in the shop now.
I'll have to look. But hey, sorry, Wade. Sorry, man. I saw that game-winning field goal in overtime. Sorry, dude. But yeah, all right. So I'm going to go look at there. I'm going to go check it out then. So before I close, let me make sure I get this out. Don't forget. I just want to reiterate two things, two very important things. I'm probably going to have to be busy this weekend. There may not be there probably won't be a football stream in the morning, and maybe not Sunday afternoon, only because there is a lot of work to be done in the next few days and for
Oh,
next
yeah.
month's streams. I've got like I said, in November coming up with Carol, some pictures from Pearl Harbor. So a number of things I've got to get my attention on with other things. Maybe we'll do some random streams, but I want to. Yeah, oh shoot, that's not the right thing. I want to reiterate two important things that are coming up. Obviously, the first thing of most significance is Tuesday night, the Battlestar Galactica stream, the original
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica that we will be talking about again. And I hope y'all can join. Yeah, you folks, I tell you, help support our channel. We're 21 away from 500. Tweet this something like this out. Bring in some new people to the channel, and let's see if we can get that 21 to get to 500. But this is going to be more of a survey and overview. I have some collections that's another thing I've got to get prepped this weekend. There's a
Yeah.
lot to pull together for this one. And I hope you join it. Bring your friends and stuff and help share some great memories with us. It's really a big thing with this. And let me see if I can find that. Actually, I know what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to do it this way. So just bear with me 1 second. Lisa, I'm learning to multitask better, my friend. I'm getting
That's
better with
good.
multitasking. I'm more efficient with it. So
Can I make a request of people in chat to follow me on X or Twitter at Lisa
Yes.
from YouTube
yes,
while you're
absolutely.
multitasking?
That is wonderful, and I'm glad you asked that. I wonder if we could put Twitter link in. Is that possible? Jess, how do you do that with putting a Twitter link in? You just copy and paste?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
you'll
I don't know
you'll
how to
find him
do
on
that.
Twitter. I'll find it.
Okay, yeah. If you do
Oh,
that,
Oh no,
that way.
wait. I can't.
Ben.
JT did it.
Okay, JT.
Okay.
Dang,
Thank you,
JT,
JT.
you're quick.
Because I'll send out that announcement for Tuesday as well.
Oh, cool. Yes,
So the more
absolutely. Thank
people
you.
that see it, the better.
I agree.
And one note, folks, when you're following Dadman, it must be Dadman Walking 55 on
Oh,
Twitter.
yeah.
No other Dadmans. This one is the
Except-
only genuine.
Except no imposters.
There you go.
This is not Among Us.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
no capital letters at Dadman
Yeah.
Walking.
Yes, and such Japanese ships are interesting. Oh man, well we got to get out of here because of that. But listen, this is what came out on Twitter tonight. Special stream announcement. Here's the wording. Join me in a secret panel 2 weeks from tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern to announce our coverage of a classic sci-fi series. So all the people out there, we're not just Fortnite, we're not just football or chasing squirrels. Kick it in gear. Love to have you come watch and be here not only Tuesday, but the other streams, but also this one 2 weeks from Friday night, and see what we're going to unveil. You never know what it could be. So
Gonna be good, folks. You better stay tuned.
Exactly. So on that note, I'm going to say good night. Snortopoopus is going to be happy going to bed
Yay.
because the mushrooms tonight. Thank you for coming in, sir, especially after a long day. And y'all have a wonderful night, and we'll see you later. Bye, all.
Thank you.
Bye, all.
Bye.